Euphigenia specialize in the education and entertainment of 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 entertainment. Candy and the sun. Could you make me a woman? Showtime. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run daggers for you, daggers for you. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run go pop 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 some neurons. I know you're used to Lucy, dinner dinner din, such a sham. It tastes good, such a sham. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Surprise. Hip hop, bebop, dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop doesn't mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop, bop bop bop, dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Just a little bit of nicotine. The sun. Just a little bit of nicotine. Cream in your sugar nut. Little bit of nicotine doesn't mean that they don't love you.
Should've never had a birthday, Dad. Should've never had a birthday, Dad. Should've never had a birthday, Dad. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run daggers for you. I'm in charge, daggers for you. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run go pop 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 some neurons. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run such a sham, such a sham. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Should've never had a birthday, Dad. Hip hop, bebop, dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop doesn't mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop, bop bop bop, dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Just a little bit of nicotine. The sun. Just a little bit of nicotine. Cream in your sugar nut. Little bit of nicotine. Dinner, dinner, din, doesn't mean that they don't love you. Entertainment of entertainment of entertainment of entertainment. When I'm in charge. Entertainment of entertainment of entertainment of entertainment of entertainment of entertainment.
Well, hello everyone, and yes, that was Robin Williams. Thank you for noticing. But hello everyone, welcome to another DaraChat. That's right, a new week, a new group of returning and new people, or new and returning. I don't know which one it is, to be honest. But my name is Daramouthe, or Dara for short, because honestly, the amount of times I get called Daramouthe is disturbing, and you people need to calm it down. Okay, that's just no bueno. Okay. Me no Espanol, but I will start speaking if I have to. But I get to have on. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know how you came up with this name, but that just sounds like you wanted to be an alien of some kind. Zwog. I feel like that was either an alien name or like I was trying to figure out when I was making the titles like Ghostbusters. Zool, right? I was like, oh, that sounds like something familiar. So that's what the title is, sort of a mixture of Ghostbusters and your name, because I was like, that kind of reminds me of that. So I was like, wow. But anyway, where how do you even come up with a name like that?
So originally, I started out on YouTube, and my first channel was called Zach's Rule of Games,
Hmm.
and eventually, I just ended up deciding to close that channel down and create a new one. But I wanted to keep kind of the same thing, so Zwogs just stands for Zach's Rule of Games.
Well, okay.
Which is why the S is like lowercase and stuff. But yeah, so nothing alien. Just got a new channel, and then I got partnered with Machinima back when that mattered.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, and obviously, I mean, how many videos did you have before you deleted that whole channel? You must have had a lot.
Oof. I mean, I was very active at that time. I don't know. I'd probably say like 100 or something. Nothing too crazy, but on
Yeah.
Zwogs, I have thousands.
Jeez
So
Louise. Yeah, I've not reached that level of videoism, but I'm not I'm I'm not sure if I'm reaching that kind of level. I'm just trying to do something.
Yeah.
But no, that sounds that I mean that makes sense, Wog. Because I was like, what does that even mean in this like exact will of games? All right, well there you go, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've only have like the one channel I have, and I've only on YouTube, the only stream I have that they forced kind of be like 18 plus. It
Mhm.
was one of my pay it forward streams, and I was having a guest on later, but it was actually the part that was got me that point was the so I was running I do my pay it forward streams. It's sort of like um you know paying it forward on the Rumble side, live streams and all that. And I was running across someone who was like watching some news piece, whatever, and there was a bunch of people and police there. But I was like, thinking nothing of it because it really was blocky. It wasn't really that clear. It was a bit blocky. You couldn't really see what was going on too clearly. Not like HD or whatever.
Mhm.
And I was just kind of stopping by, saying hello, leaving a donut, and getting out of the way. But then I come back later, and YouTube's like, "I'm sorry, we have to put this in 18 plus only." It's like, "Whoa, whoa, hold on, hold on. Never had this problem before. What happened?" There was violence and stuff.
Mm.
Okay, all right. Let me get that. And I was like, okay, so where am I? And they give you a timestamp to some degree. I looked at the timestamp, and it was like, I don't know, like 45 minutes, something seconds or something like
Mhm.
that. And I go to where they say that this is an issue. And so the frame was is that there were police there. This is the news point I was talking about. There were
Mhm.
police there. There was like police cars, and then there were people running this way, like towards the screen, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see any shooting. I didn't see any like blood or whatever or anything and stuff.
Right.
It
Just
is
police in general
yeah,
assume there's
just
violence.
yeah, just stuff like that. And I was looking through it and I was like, okay, well, there wasn't anything at that point. But then I come like maybe a few minutes later, like near the 49-minute mark, right? And all of a sudden I'm seeing like, oh, well, here's a police guy taking somebody down. I don't know if that's considered violence or not. I mean,
Mhm.
the police are doing their job
Yeah.
more or less because I'm not listening to what's going on in the video. Someone else is watching it and I'm watching them, right? So I am I do the whole appeal thing that you do on YouTube, obviously, because it's the first time I've ever had that happen. Usually, anything that happens is a content ID because of the music
Mhm.
video stuff, because I
Mhm.
use someone else's stuff. And although I do enjoy Pogo's work, so there's that. But so I send in that appeal, like, hey, your timestamp you gave me, there was really nothing there I saw. But here at like the 49-minute mark, there's a police taking down somebody. I don't know if that's the case or not. So I sent that in. They came like an hour back later. Do you wanna know what time number they gave me?
What?
48:58.
There you go.
I was like, "Wait a second, that's like 2 seconds off of what I gave you when about the one
Yeah.
to take it down. What the
Yeah.
hell?"
Convenient.
I was trying to be honest about the situation, like, "Yeah, that's where it is now." I was like, "That's not the time you originally gave me."
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff's always been weird. Um, I mean, when I started, that was back before like ads even existed. So,
Mm,
which is actually what why I changed my channel because
mm.
um, when they started implementing ads,
Yeah.
at first you didn't have a skip button, so it
Mm,
was just like the ad would play,
mm,
and the only option you had was like maybe reload the page or hope you get lucky and there isn't one. So
mm,
um, I was going back to because what I would do usually is when I would upload the video, I would go back and watch it to make sure that the quality was good
mm,
because, the upload compression. So if
mm.
the compression was too much, I would take the video down and re-upload it in a higher quality.
Right.
Um, and I went to go do that and an ad played and I can't remember if I like reloaded or whatever for it to kind of go away,
Mhm.
but that was it. I don't think I watched it all the way through, but I tried to get rid of it.
Right.
And then they like the next day or something told me that my channel was permanently demonetized for whatever because they're like, "Oh, you try to watch your own ad." And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I did not do that." So That's what made me create the new channel, which ended up being better anyways. But
Yeah. That
yeah,
that's so funny. YouTube, oh good lord. And I see to do this new thing now. Um, hey soundboard, how's it going? Oh,
hey Casey.
there we go. Sometimes it doesn't want to play right. But but yeah, you see they're doing a new thing now where they're trying to like I don't know what it is. Well, first off, YouTube has this new thing now where you can earn experience points to be like top of the fan or whatever. Oh,
Mm,
what is it? What is it again? No, hold on. It says, "What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top three get special badges and live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them: send live chat messages or send super chats and super stickers. You can turn it off
okay.
as well, but I'm just reading directly from the where you can do questions. So I don't think it's with everyone yet, but I just saw there are some people who have it. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh, that's interesting because you would get people addicted to wanting being in first place, which I sort of did that in someone's stream a while back, or yesterday, sorry. But hey, Damien, how's it going? Um, but I mean,
Hey.
there's just stuff like, and then the new ruling, like, they're trying to crack down on that whole AI stuff or whatever, which,
Yeah.
when you have a company that says, oh, we're going to crack down and stuff, it usually is not always in the good way people would like, because honestly, they get to make the rules. So when they get to define what is it? What is reusable content or reused content and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff, then you're like, oh, I need to question that. Can I have a second ruling, please?
Yeah. What about all like the React channels and stuff? I would assume that they're probably going toward that type of stuff, people who are,
Yeah.
watching movie trailers or just movies and like, trying to scale them down and put something over it and like
Mhm,
cutting every once in a while to avoid, you
mhm,
know, those tricky little things.
mhm.
Ah, Mrs. Wogs. Hello.
But yeah, no, because I mean, I only skimmed read through it because honestly, I don't make anything over there anyway. I just do it because I'm not interested in being a one platform only.
Yeah.
Lessons learned from what YouTube and Twitch have done to their own creators is, if you're only on one platform and the platform decides to throw their rule book at you, but you try to play by the rules, but that doesn't matter anyway,
Yeah.
you might want to be on more than one platform.
Yeah.
Um,
YouTube has gotten ridiculously restrictive with everything. It's insane. I got a video taken down or demonetized because um I was showing like all the games that I was excited for like the
mhm,
upcoming year, and I
right.
was saying like here's all the games I'm going to be playing
Mhm.
once they all release, and one of them was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh.
And I showed the trailer of that,
Mhm.
and that video got demonetized or copyright struck by Rockstar
Wow.
because they were like, "Hey, this is our trailer." I'm like, "It's a trailer, dude. Like, I'm excited for your game. I'm promoting your game. What are we talking about?"
Right.
I've got 12 other games here, and it's not like I'm getting millions of views. That video probably got like 30 views. Like, who cares?
Right,
But
yeah.
like, oh, congratulations, you got a penny over the last 6 years. Good job.
Ma, look, I did it. I
Yeah,
did it.
yeah,
I remember when they talked about Mr. Beast, like Mr. Beast got famous because he did like count to a million or something like that on stream. I'm like, well, you know what? You should just show like the first penny you make off a platform.
yeah, yeah,
This one's from Twitch. This
yeah,
one from
yeah. I mean, back in the day, like when I got partnered with Machinima, that was the most exciting thing for me ever because like I really loved Machinima and
yeah,
they were like big dogs at the time, so
yeah.
that was a big deal. Like I remember people would go into my comments and report me and tell me that they were reporting me because they're like, "You're stealing Machinima's intro." Because they wouldn't believe that I was with Machinima, and I was like,
Right.
"I am. They sent me all this." Like,
Yeah.
and so I made a video eventually showing like the paycheck that I got, and it was like $9.
Yeah.
What? But that was like, that was the first time I ever got paid for playing video games, and that was a massive thing for me. And then eventually, they did what they did,
Yeah.
um, and now no one even really knows what that is. But
Yeah.
um, Yeah, it's the original days of YouTube were phenomenal, and
Mm,
now it's like the last 3 videos that I've made have
mm,
literally been about Rumble, which I'm
mm.
sure is, getting me a nice little shadow ban, but
Mm, yeah, I've heard those stories. Well, and if you think about it, YouTube back in like what 2005 to like well when they got sold to Google, you basically were just uploading just because you wanted to do it. There was no
yes.
money, there was no nothing, and
Yep,
that really basically was the point of the name YouTube, right? It was about you.
yep,
And of course, people could leave likes and all that other stuff. That's a totally different ball game. But I think once money got involved, that's when you start seeing the wheels turn. Well, first off, it's Google, and
mhm,
then the money got and then the money got involved. Then
yep,
you started seeing the wheels change from what YouTube could have probably been kept being to what it is now, which is this. It's almost a fumbled I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still king of platforms, there's no denying
mhm,
that,
yeah,
but it fumbles itself, almost it
yeah.
feels like.
Yeah, they've made some really great plays in some areas. Like
Mhm,
it's still where I mainly go for all of my content. Like if I'm going to watch something,
mhm,
I don't like if somebody's like live streaming on Twitch and they multi-stream, I go to YouTube and watch because it's so well
done.
designed and it's
Yeah,
just so fluid.
mhm,
But I've live streamed on YouTube as well, and while the quality is really good,
mhm,
the their whole setup for live streaming in general is very lacking, and I
mhm,
don't know why they do that because they could be making millions of dollars if they focused on that, but
mhm,
instead they just don't care about it.
yeah,
Meanwhile, Twitch is dying, which is nice. It's
mhm.
about time. Um, you talk about a terrible platform. Holy cow! I don't know if you've been on Twitch at
I've
all somewhat recently.
not recently, but I do know that Kick is just a copy of Twitch, so if you have Twitch Go, Kick will be there, like, that's the thing.
I'm not super familiar with Kick.
Yeah,
I think I made an account back when it came out, just kind of for like
yeah,
maybe someday type thing.
yeah, yeah,
But Twitch is like, I mean, you go on there if you aren't subscribed to the whoever it is that you're watching, you're gonna get 8 to 10 ads in a
yep,
row within 3 seconds, and you can't skip them, and you will literally miss 10 minutes of that stream.
oof,
Uh, and you just have to sit there and eat that time. You can't do anything about it.
mm-mm,
Um, and then plus with all the other crazy stuff they're going doing with like Hassan and everything and
oh,
all the terrorism stuff and like him
mhm,
supporting that. It's so wild who they ban and who they don't ban. It's
mhm,
it's kind of funny to watch, but it's also depressing.
mhm,
Um, but yeah, so YouTube definitely has a leg up on that for sure, but
mhm.
their content moderation and stuff is way too strong.
You're talking about the Twitch part, right?
Both,
Both, yeah,
both.
yeah,
Twitch is nice because at least all they do is just say, "Okay, well, you play whatever you want during the stream, and then afterwards in the VOD, we'll just mute whatever's copywritten."
yeah,
Which is like, okay, nothing's taken down, nothing's deleted, you
mhm,
still get whatever revenue you got there, whereas YouTube is like, "No, every penny that you could have made is either shared between whoever this is sharing with, or they get everything and you get nothing."
right.
Or you take down the video and you get a strike on your channel.
I will give credit to YouTube though, they do have editing tools you can use to
Yeah, sometimes it depends on the situation.
yeah, yeah,
Because if you're doing like a live stream or something like that and you're listening to music, like there's several like copyright free music platforms that I pay for.
mhm,
Like, Epidemic Sound, Music Bed, stuff like that.
oh,
And you go and play those songs on there because you're paying for that,
mhm,
but every once in a while you'll still get a strike or a claim, and you'll either have to. And I've talked to like these other companies who are, you know, I'm going through, and I'm saying like, hey, I'm subscribed to you.
mhm,
I'm supposed to be able to play all this music. What's going on? And they're like, well, you have one of two options. You can either dispute it, and most likely, it was just like an AI thing,
yeah,
and it'll be okay, or that artist just decided that they don't particularly want to be like, they can just pick and choose if you get copyrighted or not. So even though you're
Mm.
paying for it, this is the
Yeah.
service you're paying for. The
Mhm.
artist can say, "Hey, you know what? I don't like you," or "Hey, that video is going to do really good and I'm not going to get anything out of it, so I'm going to strike it so I can get it." So,
Oh, man.
it's
How
pretty incredible.
I've had this conversation before, but how much has monetization just slapped the ability to create because you get constricted by so much? Now, honestly, yeah, you
Ridiculous amounts.
well, now I will do a little agreement here that yes, if you're playing someone's music, like say you're playing like a Britney Spears song or someone else's song, and you're not paying and you haven't paid for it to some degree, then I do think you kind of need to get that warning, like, hey, you need to stop and you need to either get a license for it or so on. And again, there's not really many options out there for getting mainstream music licensed. There's one I found called Licked, which you can do mainstream music, but and all that other stuff. But I haven't really found any more beyond that. And same
Mhm,
with movies, right? Like there's not really a thing you can pay for, or even to the like WB or whatever to say, hey, I'd like to do a watch party with this movie.
mhm,
Now, of course, they're probably gonna do like, oh, how many viewers do you have and all that
mhm.
stuff to kind of get the amount.
Right.
But there's really no way of doing it from like even from like a low end creator. Like say you want to do a movie that's what 50 years old or something like that,
Mhm,
which there are there are a lot at this point.
mhm.
Um, but you can't because there's just no there's a easy way to get that license. It's sort of disconjointed. You have to make like 50 phone calls. It really gets dumb after a
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. For the music side of things, like the movies I get. I
Mm,
agree with that. For the music, it's kind of a, like, read the room type situation.
mm,
So, if I'm either live streaming or something, or I just made, like, a cinematic, 'cause whenever I do, like, sit down to make a video,
mm,
um, I really like doing, like, more serious, like, cinematic, like, kinda like a movie type thing, you know?
right.
Um, and I would love to be able to use Hans Zimmer in everything that I want, but instead I
Oh,
have to go and find, the closest thing I can to, closest thing I can to that, or
yeah.
just something else, or completely change the vibe of the video because I
Mm,
can't find what I'm looking for in a copyright-free version.
mm,
Um, but regardless of that, if you make a really good video
mhm,
and it's got really good music in it,
mhm,
people don't just sit there and rewatch that video every time to listen to that song. They say, "Hey, what's this song?" And they go
yeah,
look it up.
yeah.
And so what I feel, and this is the same thing with, when I would watch Twitch back in the day, people would just play whatever the music they wanted,
Mm,
and they would just sit there and they had a little plug-in and it would say who the artist is and what the
yeah,
song is and stuff, and it would just cycle through repeatedly.
yeah,
And people would love whatever music it was, and they would go to Spotify and listen to it.
yeah,
So in reality, you're actually getting free promotion because there's gonna be way more people who seek out your song and listen to it on repeat and
mhm,
follow that artist on Spotify than they would if they're just watching a video on YouTube or watching a stream on Twitch.
yeah,
Um, that's how a lot of people have discovered artists that they love because of that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
now that you're so strict on that and you don't let anyone play your music
mhm,
to basically promote it, now no one's gonna know. Like,
yeah,
if nobody's ever heard of Ed Sheeran
mm,
and you can't play, you can't put one of his songs or something in one of your videos,
right,
they're not gonna organically just go to Spotify and, like, they might be able to kind of, but they're not gonna
mm,
know it specifically, and they're not gonna know that song that they might love.
yeah,
So it's like, how about you let us play the music,
mm,
let people hear it if they love it, you have the credits, whatever, or the little plugin that says what it is and where it is,
mm,
and let them go listen to that. I've always felt that the music side of copyright has been way too strong because you're always going to have someone go to Spotify and listen to it more than they will just watching your stream and hope that you decide to play it again.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, well, I don't know if it's still big of a thing about Pandora. if people, I think Spotify's the bigger chunk of it. But yeah, and don't get me wrong, Hans Zimmer has
Mhm.
done some pretty fantastic music. My Most of my favorite is from Interstellar, but
Mhm.
people I've heard don't like that movie. Other than
So, usually the people who don't like it don't understand it, and
Mhm,
I understand that, like,
yeah,
it can get a little confusing at times, but, I love that type of stuff. I love the whole dimension. I love, like, really, like,
yeah,
kinda mind melting, here's the science, like, where they are here, 3
mhm,
seconds here is 5 years there,
yep,
like, that's really cool.
mhm.
But yeah, yeah.
Well, and the thing that I think the one thing that tripped me up about that movie was when, what's her name? Brand, um, Anne Anne
I
no,
I don't know any other names other than
Anne Hathaway,
Matthew.
that's right. Anne Hathaway,
Okay.
that's the actress who's thinking of. What her character had started saying something about love. There was gravity and then there was love, and I'm like, I'm wondering if this is gonna go a little beyond that. But I mean, as you see the movie goes on, there is kind of like that theme of the dad and daughter thing and all that
Mhm,
stuff. And there were I tell you what, the music works so well within that scope that it enhances all the powerful emotional moments,
mhm,
which there are a lot of. And again, with an Interstellar, you're going to hear probably the same song played over and over again because it's just that ethereal, I
mhm.
would think. But it does they do have like different titles to it or whatnot. And it's not the same as say like Dune, which again Hans Zimmer is a part of, but you do get all this different stuff that is very his style. But
I
yeah,
haven't seen those yet, so
oh yeah, oh man.
no. I haven't seen those or read the books or anything. I've the most I've done is play the game, which I really enjoyed the game, so I do plan on watching them, but I haven't heard the soundtrack for Dune yet.
Well, look, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, the game is nothing like the, like
I
the movie.
okay. I've heard that the game was really, not reflective in the sense of, like, following exactly what happens in the movie, but the lore was really good. But,
Mm,
I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
As far as I know, you're in the desert, and there's a giant tremors worm that ate me the last time I play it, so I'm sad about that. Took my whole base.
Then you hear a guy say, "Mom, mom, mom,
Yeah.
mom."
Yeah. But
Oh
for,
man.
like, for Hans's music, I love, uh, Inception. That
Ooh, that's a
soundtrack
good
is
one.
incredible,
Oh
and then
yeah.
also, he did the soundtrack for he did the soundtrack for Pirates as well, Pirates of the Caribbean, which
Oh
is
wow.
incredible, but he
Wow.
also did that for, Prince of Egypt, and I don't know that you're gonna pass Prince of Egypt.
That's true. Ooh, that
That's
is
one of my
true.
favorite movies, and I think that has one of the best songs, just soundtracks in general. It's stunning.
The missus says Lion King is the best.
Yeah,
I
she is a big Lion King person. Her thing is, Simba for sure. She loves Lion
yeah.
King.
I know Elton John was part of it as well, and so I'm not
Mm,
sure what the ordeal with that is. I didn't know about that if that's the case, but I just knew that Elton John was part of, the circle of life and all that
right.
stuff.
I haven't
Yeah,
heard
so
that
it's
one.
fun.
Even
Well,
if
yeah,
he was, that's a great soundtrack too. I mean, the music in that is gorgeous.
well, yeah,
Listening to all those people.
he was part of the movie El Dorado as well.
Yes. Also a great movie.
It's it's a hidden gem, but it has a few adult moments in it, so you
Yeah.
might.
Yeah. It's a hidden gem now for sure, but man, even as a kid, I didn't understand why I was so in love with her. I understand now. But, that's still even without that, that's such a funny movie. Like, movies were so much better back in the day, man. It's so rare to get a good one these days.
Well, now it's DreamWorks too, right? You said Prince of Egypt, and then
Mhm,
El Dorado was another DreamWorks movie.
mhm. Yeah.
So
They did
so
really good
yeah,
with, like,
the
was the DreamWorks was also,
Shrek.
Shrek, but, Treasure
No,
Planet.
no, Treasure Planet was Disney.
Was it?
Yes, it was
Oh,
Disney. Yeah,
okay.
because it's
See
based off of Treasure Island. That's the word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I up until I met my wife, I never even drew a distinction between them. I was just like, "It's an
Yeah.
animated movie. It's Disney." And she's like, "No, that's DreamWorks or that's Pixar." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"I I love it." So
She's
there she is. There she is.
she
Yep.
already corrected, but I got to you first. So
Yeah, yeah.
a little slow, a little slow. Treasure Planet was good. Yeah, it was good. You had the guy from Third Rock from the Sun in it. You had um, Martin Short in it,
Mhm.
and a few other ones. But yeah, it was a movie a long time ago. Yeah, I think that was late 2000. I think that was early 2000s though. So you could probably say late 90s, early
I
2000s was
think it
that.
was yeah, at least late 90s.
Yeah,
Um,
because it had a lot of
Probably
stuff.
like 2001.
Oh yeah. Oh, it had to be during that time because you know what, we can do that right now. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Let's find out.
Gonna look. Oh, there we go. We're gonna look up some info. 2002. Wow.
Oh, 1 year off.
One
That was
year
my
of
second guess.
just
Just
to
gonna
make
keep going year by year.
just for people to see. It's a 2002 animated film by John Musker and Ron Clement. So you got your answer right there.
Yeah,
So I don't hear
incredible.
no what he's lying. He didn't show the truth. I was like, I just
Yeah.
showed you right now. But yeah, no, there were a lot of movies during sort of those time periods. You know, a lot of people remember the singing stuff, like Little Mermaid and all that.
Mhm,
Um, but then you had movies like The Jungle Book, right? The Jungle Book back in the 50s and all that
mhm.
sort of stuff. So Disney has had some ups and downs of good. It just depends on who's the I don't want to say gatekeeper, but guardian of stuff. Like I know maybe Eisner wasn't always the best, but he did enjoy Disney as is, and he did try to keep that Disney Disneyness.
Yeah, yeah. No, I got it. I get the essence of what
Yeah,
Disney was, yeah, for sure.
yeah, because
Um, good.
no, it's just one of those things where, now it's just sort of like it's so flamboyant and blasé, and at a
Yep,
certain point you run out of French words to even describe it.
yep,
But I mean, it really is like, I mean, even for the parks, like right now, it seems like Universal's Epicverse may be picking up a lot of slack that Disney's dropping. I'm not gonna say that for sure, but it just seems like that when I saw them open the park and whatnot for
yeah.
Epicverse.
Yeah, the parks, I think, um, California, I'm sure that that's filled with all sorts of just crap. But Disney World, I don't really like all the parks, like, I don't care to go to Magic Kingdom.
Right.
Um, just because I don't like the whole rushing around and, like, sprinting across the whole park, especially
Mm,
in the Florida heat,
mhm,
and just trying to get on the fast pass or whatever. I
mhm.
love Epcot.
Ooh.
Don't know if you've ever been.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Okay. That's my favorite. It is, like, it's the perfect place for adults. Like, you can just go and chill and have great
Mhm,
food, and you can just walk around, there's
mhm.
nothing if you wanna ride some rides, you can, but
True.
you don't have to be sprinting around and everything. I think it's the superior park.
It's
Um
the it and it's the going around the world
Yes.
global thing.
Yes. Yes, everything like, there's different countries everywhere, so there's, Mexico and Germany and, France and all these
Mhm.
different places, and they have like, the people that work in each of these locations are
Oh, yeah.
from there, and they speak those languages
Oh, yeah.
mostly. A lot
Mhm,
of them don't speak English great.
mhm,
So it's really, like, authentic, and you can have their actual foods and stuff, and my favorite thing is, when we would go to Germany, there's this German beer, I can't remember what it's called, but it's if you ever go, it's in a fully brown bottle. Um, Obviously, I can't speak the language, but it's,
mhm,
one of the best beers I've ever tasted.
mhm.
Absolutely incredible. So every time we go there, I get that.
Unfortunately, I do not drink, the drink, but, it's always it's, I was about to say, are you sure you didn't visit the Mexican place a lot? Because 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's
So the Mexican one is really good too, especially if you
Oh,
go
yeah.
into the pyramid for the ride. Like,
Oh,
we would
yeah.
always go into the ride, but the smell in there is incredible.
Oh,
We did eat at the restaurant there
mhm,
once. Eh,
Yeah.
it wasn't the best. However, if you go outside directly in front of it, there's
Yeah.
like an outside little. It's not a restaurant, but like they serve like snacks and stuff, and they have like nachos and stuff you can get. Their
Mhm.
nachos. That is the only meal that I will intentionally get jalapenos in and eat that.
Ooh.
I'm not a spicy food lover at all, but
Mhm.
that is worth having. It is that little dish they give you is incredible.
Mm-mm.
So I would usually go and get the beer from
Mhm.
Germany, and then I would go and get that from Mexico.
Yeah, but it's so expensive.
It's it's definitely not cheap, and
Yeah.
nothing at Disney is.
Mm-mm.
However, Universal is substantially more expensive.
Ooh.
Like I've never been to Universal
Mhm.
because it's like 3 times the price of Disney. I think, I think to get in just for, like, a day or something, or, like, you're forced to do several day tickets or something like that, and then plus you have to pay for parking, I think it was
Mhm.
close to, like, $800. And it's
Uh,
like, "Nah, I'm good. I can't." No, no, I'll just go and chill at Epcot, which I
oh,
still don't do very often, but
yeah. Oh, my car broke down? Oh, that $800 will be plenty
yeah.
in saying the price. Yeah, well, they have, like, Harry Potter, they have
Yes.
Mario, they have all that
I
stuff.
wanna go there so bad. I've
Mhm.
always wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Before I even moved out of where I used to live to where I live now, I
Mhm.
always for some reason, I just never especially coming from where I used to live, I never thought that I would, 1, leave the state, and 2, never thought that
Mhm.
I would go to any of the parks anyways.
Mhm.
So, I just always, for some reason, grouped Universal and Disney together. I just thought that they
Yeah.
were just the one thing,
Mhm.
and then once I found out that they weren't, there's so many more things that interest me at Universal that I would
Mhm.
love to see, but I still haven't been able to go. Like, I would love to go to the Harry Potter world. I didn't see Harry Potter till I got married, so that was because I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid, and then I didn't care
Oh.
about it, and then once I met my wife, she was like, "I love Harry Potter, let's watch it." And I was like, "Alright." And I really like it. It's a very good series.
And then you're
Um
like, what spell can I use to get my car started? Expecto Startutum or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Reparo engine. Yeah, yeah, something
I did it, I saved us hundreds of dollars.
yeah. Infinite Gasolino. Yeah, starting to mix languages there or something. Obviously, I'm not a
And
spellcaster, but
you you use that at the Mexican restaurant
yeah,
at
yeah,
Epcot.
yeah.
Infinite Gasolino.
Anti-Gasolino. Yeah.
Anti Anti-Gasolino. Oh my gosh, but yeah, you're not wrong on, because when we would go, long time ago, my family had made the decision of going when each of me and my siblings would turn 12. And the
Mhm,
first time I turned 12, it's not, again, it wasn't even cheap back then either. But we went to, we drove down there. We
mhm,
basically drove in like this blue Ford van with my siblings and my grandparents with me as well as my parents. So you have a bunch of people cramped in for like almost 24 hours just to get down there. Probably a little longer because your parents are switching, taking drive, all that stuff.
mhm.
It was nice passing through states though. I mean, like, pass through Kentucky, pass through, Tennessee, you get to stop there and
Big.
see some things. Even though
Yeah.
we didn't wanna stay long there, we
Mhm.
wanted to get to Walt Disney World because we only had a certain amount of time. Georgia's the worst.
Yeah.
Takes so long. It takes so
Traffic?
freaking long. Well, it's just the
Or
the
it's just
length of it.
wide o oh, yeah.
Yeah, the length of it.
Is it, does it feel like it's long because it's more empty? There's not as much to look at, it's just kinda wide open land?
It just, well, I mean, you still had to pass through, like, stuff like, you know, places, whatever, but I think it was more just the length of it compared to, like, Tennessee or Kentucky, right?
Uh-huh.
Those are pretty short. Compared to, Georgia, you're probably talking, like, Kentucky, Tennessee, and a little bit of Indiana combined together to get through that state, and that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
But once we got there, we stayed at some resort or whatever, I can't remember, and, but yeah, we Magic Kingdom, look, my parents, like, "We bought these tickets, we're gonna stay here from morning till night," and I can tell you what, I did not enjoy it as all as a kid because you're a kid, your parents spent all this money, they wanna be there all day long.
Mhm.
Listen, I get it, right? You spend a lot of money, okay? I get that. But when it's time to leave or when it's time to do something else, don't force your kid to go through this whole spiel. Because I'm going to tell you what, your
Yeah.
money don't mean shite if your kid's going to spend the whole day there because of something you did, not
Right.
they.
Right.
It was not fun at the end of the day. You were tired, you were exhausted. At a certain point, you wanted to be in the stroller. Okay, that's
Yeah.
how bad it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It was bad, but I know, like Epcot, right? It was nice to go around the world. Um, Back then, they used to have these tickets called Hopper tickets,
Yeah.
and they would allow you to go to one of the water parks. Now,
Mhm.
probably not even the water parks exist anymore, but we
I
went
think
to
they
the.
do.
I thought they shut down the Country River one though. I think they did one of them.
I don't pay attention too much, but I think they just like either remodeled it or converted it into something else, but it's still
Ah,
like a water park.
right.
I
But
think.
the one we went to was Blizzard Beach. That was the one because it's Blizzard Beach. The two more, the River Country one, and I can't remember the other one. Typhoon Lagoon. That's right, Typhoon
Yeah, there you
Lagoon.
go.
So the River Country one is the one that doesn't exist. Okay, so Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach. Okay, so we went to Blizzard Beach, and it's pretty interesting. They have like all the fake snow, and then you can take this like
Uh-huh.
longest slide down or whatever. So we went to that for like one of those days. But it still is like I get you spend all the money, but dude, all day long at a park, like you were there when the park opens and you
Mhm.
were there till when it's like the last hours. It's just
Mhm.
it's exhausting.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do
I could see
freaking
that. The one nice thing, and it's not really a it's like a double-edged sword, is that, afterwards, there is something kind of relaxing or soothing about you're so exhausted out at the park and you're hearing
mm,
so much stuff constantly.
mm,
Then you go back to the hotel
mm.
and you just lay there and,
Oh
like,
yeah.
there's the stupid TV with the terrible, channels and stuff that they have. There's something really relaxing about that, at least to me.
Yeah.
But it's like what you have to go through to get to that point, and then
Oh
it's like the next day, I don't know. It's definitely, an up and down experience, but thankfully I haven't had to do that since I was a kid, but,
yeah. It
yeah.
was it was one of those things where yeah, I get it because the adult thing, but
Mhm,
like you have to understand it's almost like trying to Disneyland, greatest part to be at, but obviously now is a bit of a different story, but back then it was alright, and you're paying all this money, I get that. But when it stops being fun
mhm.
and becomes a a a work or
Sure.
something like that,
Yeah.
you don't wanna do it anymore, and so for me, that's what I just remember most about, like, just being tired. After some point, I couldn't go anymore because I was working, and, it cost a lot of money, and they went and whatever, but,
Yeah.
um, would I go if I had the money? Probably not, um, just because I see no reason to anymore. I may go to Florida for different reasons, but it won't be for that.
Yeah.
And it won't be for the getting the cocaine part either, but that's a different story. Um, but no, it's like I think when people I don't know if many people realize, but I think when people realize when they take a vacation and come back from it, they need a vacation after the vacation.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, sometimes, like, I feel like if I have been on a vacation,
Mm,
in the last 10 years,
mhm,
it definitely wasn't like a it wasn't an actual vacation. It
mm,
was more of a chore for sure. The only
uh,
time that I would say that I had, like, a legitimate vacation, and
mm,
my wife will probably be upset at me because 'cause I'm probably forgetting another situation, but the one that always stands out to me was our honeymoon because we went
uh,
up to Blue Ridge,
ooh,
and that was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Like, it was
mm,
nice and cool. I really love, um I really love when it's overcast and rainy and,
mm,
like, maybe, like, 50 degrees, 60.
nice.
Um, and that's what it was our entire time, and it
Mm,
was just up in the mountains. I love mountains, and it was such a great time, but anything after that was just, like, something happened to where it was more of a chore
yeah,
than, than an enjoyable time.
mm,
Um, but in terms of the parks,
mm,
if it's winter,
mm,
I would go to Epcot because it's like, alright, the weather's nice and cool, and
Yeah.
again, a lot of people in Florida are too afraid to go out when it's cool because it's like, "Oh, no, they're gonna die," when in reality, it's like, "No, you're gonna be fine." But that works out for me, there's less
Yeah.
people, at the park, so I would go to Epcot because I do just enjoy it,
Mhm.
um, and the nice thing about the Florida parks is that they don't have all the woke crap. Whereas, like, in California, I'm sure it's filled with everything, like, every 3 feet is some sort of flag for something.
Yeah.
In Florida, that's not the case. The movies, yes. The
Mhm.
movies are filled with a bunch of crap, but at least the parks are still good.
Yeah.
Um, but at least for now.
Well, and this funny thing is, I remember when we went, they still had that island. It's called Pleasure Island now, but it was called something different back then. And they would have this huge building, which would be like have all the games and stuff in it. Like it'd be like Disney Downtown, I think it was called. And then they have this
Mhm,
big building that had all these gaming things or whatnot that Disney was like virtual reality and what. Didn't get to go into it because it was expensive, but we
mhm.
did get to go see Cirque du Soleil at least once. So
Hmm,
that was interesting.
that's cool.
But yeah, I'm not a big Disney Quest. That's right. Thank you, Miss. She's got
Yeah,
the answers.
if there's anything Disney, she will get it. You have any questions,
Mm.
she will get it,
Hey,
and
I
that's
will.
not an exaggeration.
I believe it. I will tell you what though, it was nice having yep, rip Disney Quest. Yep, they shut that down a long time ago. I will say though, it was kind of nice having a McDonald's there because 1 year late, it's like all the golden arches.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. I can't eat McDonald's anymore. It just messes me up on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, same. The last time I had it, I was sick for, like, 2 days. It's just
Yeah.
it's all filled with trash now. It was not that it was ever great, but at least there was less preservatives back in the day.
Oh yeah.
But as we continue going, there's just more and more crap in it, and it's not even real food now. It's all just
Yeah.
chemicals.
Well, and for me, it's like, it tastes good at first, but I'd end up
Mhm,
with like some weird headache at the day after. I'm like, I think I should quit it.
mhm,
Same sort of thing happened with me with Chick-fil-A, right? I can eat their nuggets just fine, but I have their Chick-fil-A sandwich, and I usually get it without pickles because I just not a fan.
mhm.
Usually I get that sort of weird headache at the end of it too. So I'm thinking it's just there's a process of things that they use that just kind of like yeah. The grilled stuff I can do, right? Grilled chicken sandwich, I don't have
Mhm.
much problem, but it's like the fried ones that seem to give me that weird sort of headache.
Do you have a
So,
gluten allergy?
no, I've eaten bread before. I don't really. It's just those. Like I
Right.
have like wheat, like oat bread or something like that. I
Mhm,
just fine.
mhm.
So it was just a weird chemically thing. I don't know what it's about.
Yeah. Some
Um,
some preservative or oil or something that's probably
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's probably it. But I mean, I've gone to Culver's and I've eaten their sandwiches with bread, and I've never had that issue.
Culver's is really good in terms of, like, the freshness of their food. I really like the process that they have of, like, nothing sitting there in the refrigerator for
Mm.
2 weeks or the freezer for 2 weeks, everything is, like, freshly made right there. I think that's really cool, and the same thing with Five Guys. Obviously, Five
Ooh.
Guys has some of the most grease I've ever seen in a meal ever. And I've in a glorious way, I've
Yeah.
never seen a place that just gives you a free extra 2 pounds of fries, but at the same time, it's like, I'm trying to live till I'm 40 maybe. Uh,
Huh, honey, I think my heart valve's been replaced by a fry. I don't know.
yeah, 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 I remember the first time I had it, it was just like I picked up the bag, and it was like paper grease, and it almost fell out, and I was like, This is not good, but it's incredible at the same time."
Oh yeah, I've only been to at least to Five Guys once, and it's because it's so expensive. So
Hmm.
expensive to go to
It
Five Guys.
is expensive,
Yeah.
yes. The last time I got that, I think I ordered 2 burgers because I wanted to test. I'm a if it's not obvious already, I love burgers,
Right.
and I go to different places and, like, try, the burgers and judge how
Mm,
good it is, so
yeah.
usually, I'll go and I'll get just a very plain burger, I'll get just cheese and ketchup, that's it,
Right.
and if that is good,
Mhm.
then I know the rest is gonna be good. So I ordered the cheese and ketchup, and then I ordered one with, like, uh, like pickles and lettuce and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And just getting those 2 in a fry, I think it was, like, almost $30. And I was like, "Alright, this is the one time I'll do this.
Yeah.
I now know that I love it, but I'm not gonna do this again."
Yeah.
Culver's is not super cheap, but
Yeah.
it's not
Right.
near as expensive as that, and
Mhm.
it's healthier. Not that any of it's healthy,
Right.
um,
Right.
but it is,
Yeah. It's
you'll be
it's a
okay.
yeah. I can still walk. What's
Yeah.
wrong with your left side of your face? Oh.
Yeah. Just start drooping. You're just like, "Oh,
Oh.
no. What's wrong with me?"
Oh gosh, that's the worst part though. But no, and I've had to cut back not tremendously, it's kind of hard when you have a card in your hand and then you're hungry,
Yeah.
but you're not hungry, and then you see, oh, there's a Burger King, like, uh
I listen, I'm weak to Burger King. There was a point where I pretty much had Burger King every single day for, like, 2 months,
oh,
and,
oh Lord.
the weird thing is that I was losing weight, um, but and I didn't feel bad, and I know that
Uh,
if I had Five Guys, I'd already be dead. Like,
right.
that was it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and then obviously McDonald's, no, but,
Mm.
Burger King is interesting because they actually do have good ingredients, which you
Yes.
wouldn't expect, but they do, but it's still just trash anyways.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, if I see Burger King, I get tempted.
You always get like one for the homies right
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
one for the
exactly.
homies.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
and I've tried to cut, I mean, if I do eat out, I do try to cut back, and, like, if I do a Burger King, I'd get, like, it with just lettuce, with ingredients. They're also transparent about what's in their food. I will say this, though, there was something a while back where somebody decided to take a picture of them standing in their shoes in a bucket of lettuce on both feet.
Yeah.
And funny enough, the internet decided to do super sleuthing, and they found the person, and that person got fired. Thank
Mhm.
goodness. But you should always be careful about who handles your food,
Yeah.
even at a classy restaurant. Because if
Yes.
you ever saw the movie Waiting,
Yeah.
you'll know.
Yes, exactly. "I don't want your parmesan, sir. Thank you." Yeah.
We call this dandruff a la parmesan.
Yeah. That
Ooh,
was, so
oh,
unfortunate to watch, but also such a good movie at the same time. It's like,
oh.
definitely, once a year type of movie,
Oh, I
but
remember that scene too. Is the lady that came in late at night. It's like the very last few minutes, and like we're wanting to leave, but they like wanted to order. And of course, she ordered like a steak and stuff. This is the
yeah.
the movie, and I guess either wasn't cooked all the way or something like that
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah.
And she decided to be. She was a bit snobbish. She was a bit snobbish, but she decided to
Quite.
send it back. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
quite snobbish. So they
Yeah.
send it back,
And she was,
and
like, really rude to the waitress and stuff too. Yeah.
and
Which
they.
always be careful.
Oh lord, they were. uh,
Yeah.
mm, oh man.
That's where the parmesan was. They just went down the assembly line of who can
Uh,
pull what out of what,
oh.
and it's just yeah, it's unfortunate.
ANC Zog sits the late night. It's not late night at all. Not even 8 o'clock yet.
Yeah.
Almost.
6
Um,
minutes.
but yeah, and funny thing is that's where Dane Cook was. Like Dane
Mhm.
Cook was in it. Ryan Reynolds was in it. You
Mhm.
had Justin Long in it. You had the girl. Funny enough, the girl who played that crazy Hispanic girl,
Mhm.
right? She used to be in a show called Beekman's World. It's
That
very.
sounds really familiar.
Let me bring it up.
I've definitely seen her in several things, especially back then. I don't know if I've seen her anytime recently, but,
I'm trying to find any because I do. Oh well, okay. Of course, now I gotta go to images. Basically, this was Beekman's World as was back in the 90s. There we go. So that's Beekman's
yes.
World. But
Okay.
but the girl I'm talking about, that's her right there.
Yeah.
That was a waitress lady
Uh-huh.
in Waiting, and but yeah, I didn't know that at the time, so it wasn't until like years later, like, holy crap,
Mhm.
because I used to watch that show as a kid, a lot, because
Mhm.
Beakman's World, all the science stuff, all that. But yeah, oh man, always look, even if your food doesn't come out that great, at least treat your waiter enough with human respect because
Yeah.
hey, Alpha, how's it going? Because that movie just showed you how bad it can get if you're awful.
Yep.
Oh Lord,
Yep.
man,
Yep. It
never.
is. They are in control of what it is that you have. I mean, I even like personally, I remember, um, I was probably like maybe like 16, and we were hanging out with some friends, and I don't know what time it was, but it was super late, and we
Mm.
went to Taco Bell,
Ooh,
and one of the people who I was with was friends with one of the people in the back who was
ooh.
like cooking and stuff. And I remember looking back and watching them. This guy literally picked his nose, ate it, and then
Uh,
started going back and cooking and everything, and started like wrapped the taco up and everything.
mm,
No
mm,
gloves or anything, just straight up. And then same
mm.
guy, I watched him sneeze right into the food as well.
Oh.
And it's like these are
Mm.
I never ate at Taco Bell again. I haven't eaten there
Oh.
since. And I know that that probably happens almost on the daily, almost everywhere. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, that was I'm never eating there again after that. That'll always be in my mind.
Oh, now I'm not. Now I'm probably gonna be stopping too. Oh,
Yeah.
but Lord. Oh.
That's a terrible place to go anyways, just in terms of their food, but
Yeah. No.
yeah.
Their tacos and stuff. After a while, started tasting weird. Like it's some sort of like it's
Mm.
like it
It's all
cooked too long.
preservatives. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's most of it's just fake now. It's
Yeah.
like how long can we keep this shelf life going? I think some people wanna compete with McDonald's and say, "Okay, can we make our food and let it sit there
Mm.
for a year and still
Yeah.
be edible?" 'Cause McDonald's, you can do that.
It's true.
I mean, that was in Super Size Me. They did that whole thing, if you
Mm.
remember that, and, like, with the fries and burgers and everything, that dude let it sit there. Everything else molded over, that thing
Mm.
was, like, untouched.
Well, I mean, I think you saw. I'm pretty sure it's been out there, but I think like Steak and Shake has been kind of upping their game for the going the more healthy route, right? Like all the beef tallow stuff. Not saying it is pure health because it's fast food to some degree.
Mhm.
And the funny thing is,
So,
what?
I've never been there, so I don't know Five Guys or the,
Then
Chicken.
you need look, you need to get a get a piece of paper, pen, start writing down places I've never been. First
Yeah,
stop, Steak and Shake.
yeah,
Um, but then it's like, okay, down to 29 right here.
yeah, that list, where I haven't been is definitely longer than where I have been.
Where
Yeah.
you could say instead of saying where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, where in the world is not Carmen
Yeah,
Sandiego?
yeah. Oh, man, what a great time for that as well. I loved
Oh,
Carmen.
Carmen Sandiego. That was a time and a half right there.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting that they're kind of trend setting, and it is moving forward. But I went to one near me, and they used to have like servers or whatnot, and now it's just kiosk, and you have a few people doing the cooking back stuff. And
Mhm.
I think that's where I mean, not all of them, because there are. I mean, most food places have kiosks. Like McDonald's has kiosks, Taco Bell has kiosk. I'm not sure about Wendy's or whatnot, but maybe they'll get there one day.
Mhm.
Um, but it seems like that's where that may be moving towards is you'll have less people
Yes.
doing the front end stuff other than like the people who are working there and then more
They're already doing that for everything. I saw I don't know what news channel it was, and I don't really watch the news anyways, but I
right.
do remember seeing, they showed off like, the world's first automated kitchen, and, they literally had this robot that's in the kitchen, and it goes through, and it cooked a burger all the way through, like, you put your order in, and it assembled the burger, cooked it and everything,
Mhm.
and sat it there for the person to come and pick it up and deliver it. So yes, the future is to basically make it to where no one's working anymore. Like, do not fool yourself. Like the future is intended for us to be like Wally. Like we're gonna be the fat people in the seats
Mm-hmm.
floating around, and that's it. We don't work anymore. That's just what it
Uh-huh.
is, and that's where they're like trying to push like the universal basic income or healthcare and stuff like that too,
Yeah, and
and
that's
income.
that's interesting. I think I found concept of it. Germany, 1895. That's a different story. More recent times, Cali Express. Okay. Cali Express by Flippy in Pasadena, California, has been touted as the world's first fully autonomous restaurant. It uses robotic technology to handle both ordering and cooking processes with robots like Flippy and BurgerBot. Funny
Yep,
enough, preparing food. What-
very clever.
oh, look, and here's the BurgerBot. What does it do? It it flips burgers, hence the name BurgerBot.
What? Can it drive? Not yet.
They can't drive my food yet. Preparing food while customers place orders via self-serve kiosks. This restaurant aims to offer premium Wagyu blend burgers at traditional burger price points, though through advanced robotic kitchen technology. Another example is Colonel, a fast casual venture that opened its first store in Manhattan.
Mm,
It is built from the ground up for robots, requiring only 3 employees at any time. Oh, compared to the dozen needed for a typical fast casual restaurant, Colonel's approach represents a significant step towards a fully automated future in fast food. Additionally, EACH is developing the world's first fully automated kitchen, which aims to produce meals that are convenient, healthy, affordable, and personalized to individual preferences. This innovation targets not only restaurants but also hospitals, airports, company canteens, and online supermarkets. These examples illustrate the ongoing efforts to create automated kitchens and fast food, with each innovation bringing new advancements and challenges in each kitchen. So basically, Cali Express, then Colonel, then EACH.
there
Or
should be a video because when I saw it, they showed a video of it assembling the food and actually like
oh,
doing it.
here's this one at Business Insider, which is like, but well, that's probably not gonna have a video, to be honest. Oh well, at least it tried.
Yeah,
But at least he tried. That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. A for
But
effort.
yeah, I tried so hard. I'll take the B if that satisfies. But I mean, it's just you're not wrong in the sense of what? Wait, these are hey, what's going on, Scottish Viking? Hey, are you? These guys are legends. I try to every day. Every day I'm trying to be uh employ. Well, I don't know about that. I think it's just you employ people who don't want to work, but they
Yeah.
kind of need to work, and that's
Yeah.
a
Well, and what I was talking about with Taco Bell, like I said, that was 16. Like that was way before any of the woke stuff was kicking up. No DEI or anything like that. It was just a lazy teenager who didn't care.
eh.
And that's one of the bigger problems.
Unfortunately, I don't tip. Well, there you go. The robot wouldn't care anyway.
Yeah. I also would not tip. I'm not like there's no human effort in this, so no, I'm not tipping you, bro. Just so what, you can get your oil changed? Don't lie to me.
Get over here! I had to do it. I had to do. I had saw. I had to do it. Yes, sir. Next trip is up to you guys. Oh, nice. Look at that. The backstory and how Zwog said his name. Yeah, that was already in the beginning. It actually stands for Zach. Uh, Zach.
Zach's World of Games.
Zach.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Zach's win of games, but that
Yeah.
sounds better. Zach World should have
Yeah.
stuck with that. Zach's
I
World of
don't
Games.
always win. I don't always win. But I do always game.
There you go. People go like, "Wait a second, he's not even winning this one. What is
Yeah.
this?"
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can't be lying. There's a lot of people will put a dash in there. Silver Fox put a dash in there after I told him directly that it's just Wogs, but he still does it.
Yeah.
I think he hates me, which is fine. Um, but yeah, some people say Zwog, and I'm like,
Zwong.
it's actually easier for you to just say Zwogs, but
Zwog. Zwog. It makes you sound like you're kind of hip. You're hip with all the kids and stuff. Zwog.
I don't want to be if that's what's gonna happen. I don't like them anymore.
Oh, goodness sake. Anyway, if it's DEI or automated, I take automated all day. Well, I
That
be
is
right
true.
there with as long as there's at least like the 3 people or a few people there. But regardless, it is the top of the hour, and so what happens is that I set aside some time for me and my guests to promote our stuff. Now, sometimes I have people on who don't create content, so it's sort of like, whatever you want to say for the moment, it's up to you.
Mhm.
But because I did let's see. I think yes, I do have your links below. It's just your Twitter and Rumble that I could find. But if you want to promote your stuff, like the gentleman you are, the floor is yours.
Okay. First of
There we
all,
go.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I
Let me try to
don't
find this.
do not feel you're special. I do this with everyone, so it's okay.
No, that I know I'm not.
Your
Um,
your missus may say you're special, but we know. We
yes. Yeah, I know that it's an obligation. That's all it is. It's fine. I get it. It's fine. She had to sign the contract. Um, but yeah, I mean, for in terms of my stuff directly, a lot of what I do is just um, I just play whatever I enjoy. There's a lot of single player stuff that I'll do. Like I just got done um close to a month ago, probably. Um, Me and Grim did like a side by side playthrough of Death Stranding 2. That's the first time I've done something like that. That was really fun.
Mm,
But for the most part, if I'm playing a single player game, it's just that. So there's a lot on the horizon there.
nice.
But other than that, is just a lot of whatever I feel like with friends.
Mm,
Um, but we are doing the streamathon,
mm,
which I think either I don't know if you're signed up for it yet. If not, you're invited. Um, Streamathon is we held this earlier in the year,
mm,
and um, it is literally just a day to make Rumble as active as possible.
mm,
We just want to spread, literally just build the community. Like it does not matter what content you create. If you are a gamer, if you're a showrunner, if you do music, doesn't we don't care.
mm,
Um, we just want to make Rumble as active as possible on that day. It is going to be August 9th.
mm.
Um, and there's a lot of people signing up for it. A lot of people in the chat here that you see are like Scottish and Casey and all them. They're going to be in it. SV
Mm,
Games. Um, and yeah, it's literally just it's a 12-hour event, but you
mm,
do not have to stream or anything for that 12 hours. Like if you can only stream for 1 hour, that's fine.
mm. Yeah.
But if you can do 12 hours, then great. And whoever signs up for it, we're gonna put everyone's names on a poster. Um, right now, we've got different posters that are themed or inspired by other streamers.
Oh, nice.
And that was a lot of those are based off of who participated in the first streamathon.
Mm,
So we have one for like Mrs. Ma'am and stuff like that. Um, I think I'll have one, and yeah, there's a lot of that which we're still designing and stuff. So I can't say everything, but yeah.
right.
Um, but yeah, if anyone is interested, no matter what kind of content you make, if you just want to sign up, go to Mrs. Wog's um, I say Twitter. I don't say
Mm,
X. Go to her Twitter account. It's her top pinned post. Click on the register link. Just sign up. It's free. We just have you sign up so that we can actually see that your name is on the board, so that we can include you on the poster.
mm,
Because it's a lot easier for us to track who all's involved.
right.
Whereas the first time we did this, people just decided to. We didn't have that, so people would just put Streamathon in their title,
Mm,
but we couldn't keep track of like who all was actively participating, because
yeah.
some people would put like a different title or something, like their own little flair to
Mm,
the Streamathon, and and that's not as easy to search for. So
mm,
we if you want to participate, again, it's free. It's just to have people go around and follow each other and just build community. Um, but you just go sign up so we can have your name. We'll put your name on the poster. Um, and again, if you can only stream an hour, fine. If you can do all 12 hours, fine. You're not obligated to do anything specific. You don't have to go be with anyone specific. You can stay in your own lane. If all you do is play single player games,
mm,
you can still continue to do that. You don't have to go, and because a lot of people thought that we had to go and like sit in the same Discord and do all this, and it's like, no, you can do whatever you want.
right.
Um, so yeah, that'll like I said, that'll be August 9th.
No, the ninth is ninth. Oh, it's a Saturday. Okay, that's not bad. Usually, if you try to do it during a weekday, it's a little harder. Hey, you be what up?
Yeah. So and that'll be on Mrs. Wog's Twitter account.
Yeah.
She's got that, which I should probably pin that as well.
Yeah, you can go in
I'm
there
an old
and
man with all that, man. I don't know. Sitting here like pinning and everything. I barely get on Twitter at all. Even Discord, I'm just like, bro, I go on here to get in
yeah.
a voice chat, but some people are like, no, there's this waiting room and you have to raise your hand to do all this. I'm like, what?
That's why I don't do. I only have so much mental bandwidth, and I'm not gonna do a server and whatnot because it's just too much. I have a full time job, and I do this thing.
Yeah.
Why am I gonna? Well, yeah, we'll get into that after.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but obviously, again, his links are down below on both Rumble and YouTube because I am on both. I don't need anyone here telling me to be just Rumble because I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Mhm.
But also for my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or the YouTube side, doesn't matter which side you're on. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, leaving a comment, sharing the content, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated because not only is it being seen more, like all content creators want to be. Let's be honest about that here.
Mhm.
Um, but also helps in having other people on, like Zwog, like Scottish Viking Gaming, like UB Legend, like who else is here in the chat? Like Amish Zaku. I've had Amish Zaku on. I've also had Silver Fox and Lumpy on and all that stuff. At the end of the day, I just do this thing because I get to talk to so many different people, creator or not. That's the thing I stretch because not stretch. That's the thing I stress because I know a lot of people do invite other creators on. That's fine, but I do a multitude of different people because at the end of the day, we're all human beings at the end. And I know what I do carries a risk, but I find it's a risk worth doing. So that's why I do it. But again, any help with the engagement factor on either end is much appreciated. Of course, oh, hold on. I got to put it in the chat. Hold on. I There's a link down below. You can find me at my Twitter X through there. I say Twitter X, and I'll explain that
Oh,
a little
okay.
later too. Twitter X. I also have my email there. I also have a link to Discord. Again, I don't have a server. It's just for DMing. I don't care to expand more energy than I need to in order to do what I do, and I'm already doing that with the creator program. So there is that. Um, and also, like I said earlier, I am part of Rumble's uh, creator program, and that we'll see how far I go with that. But I'm also part of Proton's partner program. Now, what happened was a while back. If you don't know who Proton is, they have Proton Mail, Proton
Mhm.
VPN, and all this stuff. And a while back, earlier this year, they promoted their partner program thing. Like, you want to be a part of it, you can just follow this link and follow this one. So, I figured I'd try it because I've got nothing to lose. So I
Mhm.
didn't think I'd get in. And then 24 hours after the fact, they're like, "Oh, you're in." I'm like, "You, you sure about that?"
Yeah.
Um, so so I've been trying to do my best in promoting a benefit. And the reason why I say promoting a benefit because a lot of people sell stuff. I get it. At the end of
Mhm.
the day, you do you. Don't listen to me about content creation. But I promote it because I use it myself and I see a lot of benefit in it that could be beneficial for others. There's a link down below, and I was promoting the mail side of it because there's Proton Mail, but they have different Proton VPN. They can either be separate or together. But this is the Proton Pass, and what that is sort of like your own password manager sort of thing. And of course, you go to the link, they'll tell you a whole bunch more things than I will. But one of the things is that they allow you to use what the mail is they allow you to use an alias email sort of thing. So, what that basically means is that if you sign up for some loyalty benefits or whatever, like say you some something like a company or whatnot, and you sign for that, you can use an alias email to input for an actual email, and it will work, and it will direct that mail to your mailbox, right? Your actual mailbox. But if the company decides to get a little spammy, which some companies do, you can just turn that off, and you'll get no more mail from them.
Mm.
That's how that works. With the Proton Pass, all you need is like one password to get in, and all your password stuff is in there and all that sort of stuff. And at the end of the day, like I said, I promote this because I believe it's beneficial for many. I use it myself on the daily to hold all my passwords. Oh, and another thing too. If you were to say make a password, right? Because I know a lot of people like to make a passwords themselves, it
Mhm.
will tell you if it's strong or not, basically. And so you can make a password in there. They'll generate a password for you in different forms, but you can set the character count and all that stuff. At the end of the day, I see the benefit in it because I use it and I promote that instead of trying to sell you on a bunch of different things. Because at the end of the day, you're either going to choose to go through it or not. But I just see benefit in it. It's like I don't know if you remember Billy Mays, right? Like OxyClean and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Mays here. At one point, he said, I wouldn't promote a product I didn't use.
Mm-hmm.
So I use this product. I'm promoting it because I see benefit for it. Even if you don't do anything with it, if you look at it, you check it out and say, oh, this may be for me. This ain't for me. At the end of the day, it's about protecting yourself. I mean, you hear all the news about all the data breaches and stuff, right? Like some business has had their data breached, and you have this like millions and millions of people who have their password and stuff taken. It's bad out there, but Proton does a pretty good job. And at the end of the day, I believe it's worth checking out. You don't do anything again, that's fine. Yes, I will admit I can make some money on it, but I didn't go in for that.
That's not necessarily like a bad thing. Like I agree completely. I don't have any sponsors or anything yet.
Mm,
I also haven't reached out to anything, but I'm a firm believer in like if or when that day comes,
mm.
if somebody like I'll just say like Monster approaches me, the answer is no.
Right.
Because I don't like energy drinks. I don't think
Yeah.
they're good for you. I'm not going to promote that type of stuff.
Mhm.
But if Zevia came at me and they're like, "Hey, you want to promote our drinks?" Yeah, because I drink Zevia all the time. I think they're great. But yeah, it's very important to make sure that you stand behind whatever product it is that you are representing. Because
Mm,
if it goes wrong, you
mm.
need to be able to either defend that or explain yourself.
Yeah.
Um, so usually the ones that are good are worth representing.
Mhm. Yeah, and I mean, I have no arms. Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, that's terrible. Did Monster do that?
No, well, probably did, which is super convenient when you need them. Yeah, yeah, you can use it. They do have a free VPN for that. I don't know if the Proton Pass is free, but
Oops, sorry.
even so, these people are crazy. Well, you know what? That's the way it goes. Um, but yeah, I mean, just for me, it's like I had Megumi, or no, Meggy Moo.
I believe in you.
Meg my education is slowing up.
Oh, trust
Um,
me. The people come in every day and I'm like, "How do I pronounce your name?" I'll sit there and try it 10 times. I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I just butchered whatever you said. I insulted somebody in another culture. Please tell me how to say your name."
oh, did you mean your name was Dickish? Oh, because
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like to me.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
Dickish.
biggest
Oh,
dickus. Got it.
yeah.
Got it. Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Monty Python.
Mighty Bothan, that's right.
Yeah.
I am smart. Yes. No,
I am
when I
smart.
had when I had Maggie Moo on, I was trying to explain to her, like, I know a lot of people they sell stuff and whatnot, and that's fine. But for me, I couldn't do it because it's just not in me to sell a product to someone. Like I say a benefit because I do believe there's a benefit to it if you find it. If not, then don't. That's fine. But for me, it's about when someone comes to watch your stream, right? Are they coming to watch you because you're playing a game or doing else? Or are they coming to watch you because you're selling them, hey, gamer stuff, right? Am
Right.
I selling you the best energy drink or all this stuff? Are they coming to watch you buy, to sell them something? Or are they coming to be part of that community and just, all this stuff? And I get supporting, and
Mm,
that's where all the different, how to pay for on different platforms and whatnot. But it kind of feels like, from my point of end, it kind of feels like a cheap shot. Like, oh, now he's gonna stop and try to sell me coffee for the next 2 minutes because he's got to sell, otherwise he's not gonna make his bills paid. And I get
mm,
that. You
mm,
put you make this a full time job. I get that, but basically, content creation is nothing more than tips.
mhm.
But for
Yep.
me, I can't do it. My point is, I can't do that because it feels like it changes the dynamic of why people come to watch you in the first place.
Mhm,
Right? Oh, I'm playing a game, I'm doing all this stuff. Oh, hey guys, would you like to buy the best gold you've ever heard of in your life and all that stuff? It's just
mhm.
why?
Yeah. Um, I get that. I also understand, like, from a perspective of for people who do this for a living, like this right now, this is my only source of income. I lost my job in November. I
Oh,
started
man.
streaming in November,
Mm,
and I've been here ever since.
mm,
So for me, this is, it's important that I do the best that I can, but I'm still not going to, uh, you know, go against what I believe in order to make more.
yeah.
So I definitely understand why people would, sell a product or whatever, but only if you represent that. And I think that's really important because if for the people that come to your channel
Mm,
and they watch your content daily, eventually they start to trust you. They come to you and watch you because they like you, and then they start trusting you. And if
mm,
you start to present them with a product that you don't believe in or that isn't very good, and they
mm,
get that
mm.
because they trust you,
Yeah.
and then it's bad, well, now you've got 2 things. 1, they had whatever bad experience it was with the product, but 2, now they don't trust you. So if you're gonna promote something, make sure that it's something that you really do care about
Yeah.
because, people are there for you and you I don't like the term influencer, but you
Mm,
kind of are that. You do influence people if they
mm.
come to watch you. I've
Right.
been watching Summit 1G for 15 years almost, and if he promotes a product that I have some sort of interest in that area, I'm gonna
Mm,
look at that product, and sometimes I have gotten it,
mm,
Um, so it's really important to make sure that it's a good
yeah.
product.
Yeah, there's people like Anvil who say, "I see a lot of people become a walking commercial." Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not everyone, but that is
yeah,
to some smidgen of thing. Like for me, I'm not about using finality terms like all or nobody, whatever, because you don't know everyone
mhm,
and you don't know nobody,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Even if you say yourself, that's not nobody. Although some people can see themselves
What is
away.
that? Hey,
Um,
Eric. Hey,
how's it
Ample
go?
Scottish. Appreciate all you
Hey,
guys. I don't wanna, like, say hi to people in your chat because I know this is your channel, but hi,
huh,
everyone. Love you all.
I've had Pizza John on too.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes. I'm still waiting for my day to come, Pizza John, to have my face made. I'll wait. No, I'm just joking. But no, I get like for Scottish to say having brands is kind of a small signal flare to others that this person may be well, I mean, you could do that without brands though. I
Mhm.
mean, you could still have that without brands. So that's sort of like an optional thing. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that's
Yeah.
optional.
Yes, brands are not, like, required.
Yeah.
It's just something that can really help you in the future if you get to the point. Because like, I know people who got G Fuel, partnerships,
Mm.
and just to promote G Fuel, they got, like, 35 grand just for one
Woo!
promotion. So, like, yes, that's really helpful, but make sure that even if they're coming with a hefty price, it's still a good
Mm.
product because if it's not, you're kinda it's kinda like selling your soul a little bit. Like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm okay with lying to people and making them buy something that isn't good so that I can make more money. I don't like that. If I
Mm.
like your product, I'll represent it. If I
Mm.
happen to get paid well on top of that, perfect. But if not, it's all right. I still promote, whatever products that I again, I'm not partnered with anyone, but if I like it, I'll promote it.
He said up to 35K. Doesn't mean exactly 35K. I
Some of them do.
Yeah.
They,
Well,
get a lot of money for that stuff.
yeah, and I get that, but my point still remains like why I get it, right? There's some people don't like there's some people who have handicaps, right?
Mhm,
And so they make money and I you know what for that okay, right? Those are there are exceptions to the rule, but for me, like I have a full-time job. I don't rely on this for paying my bills. Not even the creator program. I mean
mhm,
I don't even think I've made anything off the Proton one. I just promote it because of the benefit. Again, this thing, right? This thing back YouTube, right? 2005. No money was involved at all. You just did the thing because you enjoyed doing it.
mhm,
And once monetization became part of it, it feels like the whole dynamic of what is content creation changed.
mhm,
Because now you're no longer doing it because of the fun of it. I mean, you could still do it and still sell something. I know that. But it feels like it's changed to the point where you're gonna have a almost a 50-50 split on, is this person genuine and why are they creating? And then they try to sell you something, or
mhm.
is this person just doing it to sell you something?
Yeah.
And the whole dynamic of this shifts because it is kind of like shifting sands. There are some people you could trust, like you said, build up this relationship over time, and you start trusting them. But there are those people that are shifting sands that you don't know till
Mhm.
too late.
Yeah.
And so again, you do you. Don't listen to me about content creation, but I'm giving you my perspective on what I see.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, I can't do that. Right?
Mhm.
The Proton one, great. I use it, sure. I promote it because I see the benefit. But beyond that point, I'm not so sure about it because I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not interested in trying to sell people stuff so I can be better financially. Sure, yeah, I'd like not to have my 9 to 5 job, but over and over again, I keep hearing with content creation that it takes like 15 to 16 to almost 17 hours a day that you're spending in order to get your product better or whatever and all this stuff. And I'm just here to do this thing to connect with people and have conversations
Yeah.
about whatever. Do you know
Mhm.
how easy for that? I mean, over time it has become easier. But like for me, I look across the way, I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I came into this thing not knowing what I wanted to do, the whole content creator sphere. And all of a sudden I'm thrown into stuff. I have no idea why. Majority of the time it's so ridiculous, I don't care. And the drama and all this stuff. It's just I premise because my man got Oh, whoa, I hope your missus knows about that. Good lord. Oh,
Scottish.
oh man. No wonder he's been making a lot of calls recently. Anyway, but again, it's not about me putting anyone down. It's about here's my perspective.
Yeah.
Here's how I see it. I came into this thing again, not knowing what I wanted to do with it, and through a process of just trying stuff, I found my place, which is a conversational show. It's not an interview. It's not an
Mhm.
interview. It's a conversational show.
Yep.
However, there come some things that you sign up for that you didn't know you were signing up for.
Mhm.
That's just the gist of it. For me, I remember back in the day, not back in the day. All right, I'm not that old. Okay,
Mhm.
it's just I remember when people would ask a content creator that was following, like, "Hey, how do you get started?" Oh, get a mic, get a camera, and just go. Right, that would be the thing.
Mhm.
But during this process, and thank you guys for being here. I appreciate that. Some of you I know, some of you I don't,
Yeah, you
but I
will.
appreciate you listening. Yeah, I will over time. But my thing was is that that's why my repost is great. Curse USVG. But it my instead of saying that, right? Instead of
Mhm.
saying camera, mic, whatever, my question to you is okay, so why do you want to get in content creation? Right? That should be the first question that anyone should be asked.
Mhm.
Why do you want to do this thing? Because
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, and thank you, YO Willow for the
Hey,
gifted sub.
Will. Nice.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
W.
But if you're gonna get into content creation, I really want to know why you were getting this thing because I'm gonna tell you right now, you are signing up for stuff that are unintentional, you have no idea about, and you will be stepping on landmines you can't see. And I'm not gonna
Mhm.
say this, you'll probably be like the 1% person that never has this happen, but for the general of it, as far as I've seen, there's a lot of baggage that comes with this thing. Here's a basic simple principle for it. Content creation is high school drama with business implications. That's about as best way to describe it. High school drama with business implications. And I can't jive fully with that because I've
Mhm.
met a lot of wonderful people, including yourself, including Scottish and all this stuff. And that's it. That's
Mhm.
my bottom line. Everything beyond that is just noise. But when you get to this drama stuff, dear Lord, where are the adults in the room at a certain point?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that just comes down to the individual as well, who's gonna give into the drama.
Mm,
Um, if somebody's trying to start something with you, um, depends on the situation.
yeah,
Sometimes it's better to ignore it. Sometimes it's not, depending on what it is that you're trying to say or do.
yeah.
Um, that whole thing, like, I don't know. I don't care about that. I know that, like, when I first started YouTube,
Mm.
I was watching. This was back in the day of when I was watching like Tobuscus and
Ooh,
and all them. So like he was my favorite in terms of content creation.
Mhm.
And when I first started, my mentality was, I'm watching this guy roll around on Heelys, going woo, and singing about nugget and biscuits, and just making bank. And he's
Yeah.
everywhere, and everyone loved him. And I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
If he can do that, I can do that. So I started my gaming channel, and that's
Uh-huh.
what I did. And for the first long while, this was another reason why I completely got rid of Zaxwell Games, because
Mm.
for a long time, I was just basically doing impressions of him. I would literally, like, if I was playing Battlefield or something and I got killed, I'd be like, "Oh, nugget," and it's just like whatever. And I remember that was always the goal, is that I wanted to be like him and I
Mm.
wanted to make that money.
Mm.
And one day I got a comment on my video, and this was after I also went back and looked. I had like 200 videos.
Wow.
Um, I got a comment on one of those videos saying, "You're the next Tobuscus."
Mhm.
And instead of what I expected emotionally, I
Mm.
was expecting to be like, "Yes." Instead, I was like, "Oh, well, now I've gotten a taste of this,
Mm.
and in doing so, I've actually started to genuinely love it."
Mhm.
And I realized that I didn't actually want to be the next Tobuscus. Now I would take that success,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to be that. I wanted to be me.
Yeah.
And so when all that stuff ended up happening with the channel, I found that as a perfect opportunity to kind of reset. And I never did another impression of him again. Now I still love Tobuscus.
Right.
I'll go back and I'll watch some of his old like Fallout videos and Minecraft and stuff. I love that.
Uh-huh.
It's highly unfortunate what happened to him.
Oh.
He didn't deserve that at all.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, through that journey of intentionally wanting to be rich,
Mhm.
I realized that that's not actually what I wanted. I just really enjoy entertaining people.
Mhm.
So that's why I've done it for this long. Because I just bless your face. Thank
Mhm.
you. um, but yeah, that's why I've been able to do it for 15 years, because it's just something I've always genuinely loved to do. I've had a lot of different jobs. I've worked
Mhm.
at, um, yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of like Hastings Entertainment. Um,
Mm.
it,
Maybe.
yeah, it was. I don't really know how I'd describe it, but it's like video games,
Oh.
books,
Mhm.
music, like just they had everything.
Mhm.
That was my first job. I worked at Staples.
Oh,
I used to do like dog walking and stuff.
wow.
But and then the longest thing that I did that was like actually my career up until I lost my job was
Right.
architecture, which
Wow.
I never even got in. I never went to school for it or anything. That was that whole thing was weird because I actually met the principal of the architecture firm at my wedding. My
Mhm.
wife's grandpa introduced me to this guy and was
Oh,
like,
wow.
"Hey, he needs a job, like a proper job. He can't just work
Mhm.
at Staples. Uh, would he be able to work there?" And he was like, "Well, can he, work in 3D?" And I hadn't really done anything in 3D at that point yet,
Mhm.
but I could understand it.
Mhm.
And so he's like, "Well, why don't you come down? We'll give you a little bit of an interview. If it goes well, we'll give you a trial run."
Oh.
And so I did that, and they were like, "Okay, well, we like you, so let's give you 90 days, and we'll just, see what you can do."
Mhm.
And that 90 days turned into 3 years.
Wow.
Um, and I just ended up teaching myself all this stuff. So, like, I did all the floor plans and stuff for all the buildings. Like, I would literally draw up all the buildings, then I would model the buildings, and then I would render them out and, like, show what it would look like once it's
Mhm.
actually done.
Wow.
And, I loved that job. That was incredible. But
Mhm.
eventually I realized that I actually hated architecture. I just
Mm.
loved the 3D modeling. So
Oh.
that's what kind of kept me there for so long. And then eventually I went to different firms. I went to a civil engineering firm for a while. They tried to pull me over. That was the worst job I'd ever had.
Wow.
Um, just the most narcissistic people you've ever seen. Anyways, So
Tell me how you really feel.
yeah, that's the nicest way I could put it.
Right.
It was not good. Um, and I'm not saying all civil engineers are that way. Just that in particular place was like these people were super snobs.
Yeah.
So then I went back to that architecture firm. Then another animation studio pulled me over, and I went to do
Oh.
that, and I loved that. That was the best job I ever had.
Mm,
Just modeling and rendering all day.
mm,
But eventually that kind of fell apart in terms of how the business was ran, and they had to let a bunch of people go, and I was one of them. But I've always done the content creation stuff.
mm.
What did I just see? I can't draw. I can't draw, but I will do that for you. Will it
Because
qualify as a drawing? Probably not, but I will do my best.
you'll be like a stick figure in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah. Just yeah. But yeah, the content creation has always just been the thing I've always wanted to do. You know the tests they used to give you in school to like what are you going to be when you grow up?
Mm.
Um mine every time I did that, mine was always either architecture.
Nope. Oh, you're gonna have to refresh your thing. Oh, I think he lost his camera. He'll be back. He just got to refresh. His camera has gone out. No. Uh-oh. Oh, he's gone. Oh, it's not me. Oh, there we are. He's back. There we go.
Hello?
He's returned. Hey. Oh,
Oh,
hey, this
yep,
camera.
yep. Shut up, hey. Hey, how's it going? Everything's fine. Everything's
Get camera.
fine.
Son of a bitch.
The
Get
civil
camera.
engineers heard me.
they said, this son of a bitch.
Yeah. Um,
Not so civil now, are we?
yeah. Yeah. They never were.
Oh
Um,
goodness. You're taking the test about school and stuff about finding where your career.
yeah, so that every time I would take that, the results would always be either architect
Mhm.
or actor or just like
Oh,
general entertainment.
wow.
And I was always the class clown. I always loved making people laugh,
Mhm.
and that's I think that's what kind of transferred over into all the YouTube and everything is that I just if I can make a video that entertains people, that makes me happy. So
Mhm.
once I, lost my job, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try live streaming now because I didn't really live stream until I came to Rumble.
Mhm.
Everything else I did was mostly like pre-recorded, edited videos.
Mhm.
So after I came here and started doing this, and then as the entertainment has grown, I've just
Mhm.
I've I love it. So
Yeah.
that's why it's easy. Like a lot of people like, how do you do, 10, 12-hour streams? Because I just love it. It's not hard for me at all. I
Mhm.
love to show up, and for the people that come into my stream every day, I love all those people. I've developed a really close relationships with a lot of them as well. Um, and I've made a lot of friends here, more friends than I have up until this point in my life.
Wow.
So I mean the community here and everything is incredible, and
Mhm.
the platform is incredible, and yeah, so that's why for me, when it comes to like trying to actually turn this into something that I can do this as a job for,
Mhm.
I know that because I've been at those other jobs. I don't want to go back to Staples. I don't
Mhm.
want to go back to another architecture firm because I never cared about drawing every detail inside of a wall. I don't care about the 3/4 inch drywall and then the C studs and all
Right.
this stuff. I don't care. I
Mhm.
like this. I can
Mhm.
if I can make people laugh and entertain them, I'm happy. And if I
Yeah.
can do that as a job, then that makes me happy too. For all the people who have jobs and love those jobs, then congratulations, more power to you. Because I know
Mhm.
what that feels like, and that's super comforting. Because
Mhm.
it's like not only do you likely have job security,
Mhm.
you're making a consistent income that you know is going to be only continue to go up unless
Mhm.
something happens to your company.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Life happens. Or what is
yeah,
it? The was it Forrest Gump? Shite happens. That stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That
I
and the
l-
box of chocolates.
oh, that's right. Life is like a box of chocolates. Uh,
Never know what you're gonna get.
I was gonna say who crapped in my box of chocolates. Anyway,
Wasn't me.
it wasn't me.
Never
I
thought about
do.
that till this moment.
I never did that. That was not me. No, and that's great because I think at a certain point, because when I was starting out to do this, I was just you know talking about whatever, and basically it's just recording like you were talking about for YouTube was recording. I was using StreamYard because you can record locally, and then I just when I got to streaming, I could do my why did I wear mics up like that? No, I'm not wearing mics at all. But what was that? No, when I did like streaming of gaming too,
Mhm.
and all that, and I was just it just didn't hit. But when I started to find something on this conversational part, I was like, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Because here's what so kids, if you want to know something, a real truth about adulthood, uh, no one's gonna tell you what you're supposed to do with your life. And the scariest part about it is that it's up to you to figure it out.
Mhm.
You can go to college, sure, waste a lot of money, most likely won't mean anything. That's
Yep.
that's that's a me perspective. That's not a you perspective.
Mhm.
However, you as an adult are in a sense on your own because you now have to find out what do you want to do with the rest of your life, right?
Mhm.
My biggest thing as a yeah, and so I don't give a rat's behind.
Oh, for that, yeah, we have headphones that just have microphones included, but these don't sound as good as these.
True.
But we can't take these off, but the headsets sound good,
And
so
I
these go up. If I could
and,
take this off, I would, but
and I like mine. Mine's
yeah, he's got
pretty
his
much
Astros.
yeah, mine's pretty much all the camera lights and mic, they're all Logitech, so I'll do that.
Mm,
All right, I'll see you when you get back in, lady. Um, but the thing of it is like you basically have to find out what you want to do with yourself because no one's going to tell you. Your parents can't give it to you because
mm,
they've already lived their life.
yeah,
Obviously, if you're in a relationship or with obviously married,
mhm,
your spouse can't give that to you. You've got to find that out. You've got to find it. And obviously, yes, I have a full-time job. I don't really enjoy it in the sense of whatever, but it does give me this.
mhm.
It
Gives you
allows
the
me to
security to do what you wanna do.
yeah, it gives me the security to do this thing
Mm,
as more limitless potential than I ever thought possible. Do you
mhm,
not do people not understand that yes, you can have conversations about whatever, people have topics in their stream, that's fine. But do you not understand how valuable that is when you can have conversations with just about anyone? I'm not talking about other content creators because I don't do that. I don't do just that. Sorry. I don't do just that. I have conversations with people who are content creators, like Miss
mm.
Sparkles here, who's very loving in her own way. Uh, I think, hey, 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 watch it, there, young lady. I'm watching you. We are not. Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm your nemesis. I don't know. So I had to find that thing, and I didn't know what to do. I went for like CompTIA plus, computer stuff because
Yep, yep,
I built my own computer with my own hands. I didn't,
mhm.
I bought the parts from Amazon because it's
Yeah,
probably
you
better.
didn't make the motherboard from scratch. You didn't do all the
Well, hey,
circuiting yourself.
I could try, but
Mhm.
soldering your own fingers not the
Yeah,
best thing in the world.
right.
But the
I've done the same.
ha,
In
ha!
t yeah, in terms of building the PCs, yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
again, it's not the most expensive parts because I'm not rich.
yeah, me neither,
But the
especially
point,
now.
oh, I'm right there with you. Even trying to put money away for taxes is another thing right there. That's another thing, kids. Content creation comes with learning about taxes. Even before that is about taxes, but not as much.
Yeah.
Um, I saw some ring. It was missing. I know. Goodness sake. Um, but it's like once I hit upon that conversational aspect, which I could sit down, have conversations with people about whatever, right? Because this is not we're gonna go here, here, here. No, this has been everywhere. This is
Yeah.
like we went to a candy shop and it was like, huh, oh look, a lollipop. And then he went for the lollipop or the chocolate or whatever. It's like Willy Wonka's, right?
Mhm.
and when they're in there singing about who can make the sun rise,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. But it it over time, I kept seeing this thing is like, the people I followed content creator wise, they always brought on mostly just content creators or people who were within their niche they wanted to do. I'm like, that seems so limiting though.
Mhm.
Like I can't tell you I've had more on creators than people who aren't creators, but I'll tell you what, I've had on people who have been all over. Alpha Zero, obviously, he's a content creator, but he's from Australia. I've had people from Germany, the UK. I've had people from Alaska. One is a content creator I've had on. I've talked to people from Texas. I've talked to people from South Africa. I've talked to someone from South Africa, Norway, the Netherlands, all sorts of stuff. It's so after a while, it gets much easier, though there's still challenges along the way, which are great because that means you can sharpen this tool, which has the most widest benefit, right? Like almost anyone, right? Almost everyone can be a conversationalist. It's not the end of the world sort of thing. The problem of it is I think people kind of, people have a self-conscious thing, or they don't feel uh that confidence enough to do so. And I've had those conversations. I've had people tell me, oh, I am a bit of anxiety, and some people
Mhm.
don't show their face, which is fine. You don't
Yeah.
have to show your face with me. You just need to hear you. Otherwise it's going to turn to a game of charade
Yeah.
in the dark.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, is that a
This
chicken?
guy's really crazy. He's, like, talking about 10 different things for, like, an hour. Who's he talking to? Just this Daramouthe guy is just talking to himself. And
Yeah.
there's, like, this black square. What's going on?
I can't hear you. But at the end of the day, though, it has the limitless, and the games have a sort of limitless, but it depends on, oh, is it woke or not, or
Mhm.
all this stuff. It depends on those things. But it's like it doesn't matter about the individual. It matters about, are you willing to take up the opportunity to come on a show where you have no idea where it can go. It's gonna start from nowhere, like it did today. But once you take that journey, you'll be also more could be better for it.
Mhm.
Just because I think people miss that it is I mean, again, I'm not gonna throw myself uh keep myself out from saying, you go to a restaurant, you see people more on the phone or whatever. I've done the same thing too. Point of the matter is that you can come to this moment in time and share a moment in time with someone else. You probably may never get to meet in real life. You never know. Finances,
Mhm.
time, all that stuff. However, you get to share a moment in time with someone, and that's highly more valuable than any silver or gold I've ever heard of. Because just imagine, if you will, you have someone on, and you've probably captured the last moments, or you get to continue on this progress. That's why I always start like a blank slate with the people I have on, because sure, you can go back through my past episodes and be like, oh, this is about him, this, and this. But when it comes to you, the person coming on, I'm a blank slate to you.
Mhm.
You have seen things, but you aren't for sure. So you come on and find out for yourself. The
Mhm.
point of the matter is that you've taken up the opportunity to do so. Whether you were nervous or not, afraid of it or not, doesn't matter. What matters is that you, in the split second it took to make that decision, had said yes. And you get to be a benefit of that. Over 200 various people, creator or not, I've done this with, and some have come on multiple times. Does that not in the end show you that there is something more potential there at all? I
Yeah.
I I feel like the crazy person doing this because, there's some people that have trouble scheduling people on.
Mhm.
I've been there. I'm not gonna say it's easy. I've been there,
Yeah.
especially for my other show, Rumble Squared, which I know I did that invitation for you. But the point of the matter is, though, is that this thing across time, across distance, all this stuff, for the benefit of technology, right? It is so unlimited.
Mhm.
It has so much potential for greatness, even though there are risks involved. There are trade-offs, don't get me wrong, right? You might get a bad act or whatever, but there's so much benefit to it, and yet it feels like it just falls to the side,
Mhm.
that it needs something more. Like I've been on, look, I'll be honest, I've been invited to shows which are more topic centered, and I'm not going to come at them. Great people, love them. I'll keep coming on if they want me to have on or whatever.
Mhm.
But for me, it is a very constrictive manner, because there are a lot of people who read news clippings. There are a lot of people who will react to videos and whatnot, and that's fine. You do you, boo. But for me, it's hard. It's not. It's difficult. It's not impossible, but it is difficult because I sort of like that scene in Sound of Music, right, where Julie Andrews on top of the hill and she's singing "The Hills Are Alive" and that sort of
Mhm.
stuff. That's sort of me
Yeah.
because with that amount of freedom you can have in a conversation to where it can go anywhere,
Mhm.
you will probably hear more than you would hear from someone having an interview where it's just blasé questions of this, and this.
Yeah.
When people are free to say just about whatever they want, again, I'm on YouTube, so I say no gamer words, but beyond that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
90% of the field is yours, right?
Mhm.
It's so amazing. It's so wonderful. It's so grandiose. It's so fascinating. And you get to see people where they're at, what they think, disagreement or not,
Mhm.
and there it is. The light of that is right there in that very moment, and it can continue on years down the road if you want to, or if not. I've had people only come on once, and that's it. It is
Yeah.
what it is. But
Yeah.
that's why I do it because it's just so incredible, and yet at the same time, it can be so sad
Mhm.
because it takes something to do like this to get there. But
Yeah.
that's just a personal thing. Um, So I
Yeah.
just came out of nowhere just after SBL, and then I started playing games with them. The other awesome streamer, great voices, Zwogs is here to stay. There you go. Put up a banner for that.
Oh,
Put
thank
that
you,
banner up.
Scottish. I appreciate you, brother.
At the end of the day, it is the end of the day, and tomorrow is just today, yesterday. Look, all right, I would have gone with the thing from Kung Fu Panda, but my brain's a little farty right now, so you're gonna have to take that as is.
Right.
Um, oh, and hey, Dashboard, how you doing? And then Will says, SVG, one of the best jobs I ever had. Worked in the warehouse moving pallets of canned peas and corn for Del Monte in my hometown. Growing up, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift, no fan, but it was cooler at night. Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, man, that's rough.
Yeah.
Oh, that is rough. That's like you're losing weight while you're
Yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
down.
Losing weight, gaining muscle.
Well, I don't know about gaining muscle. If you're using a forklift for that, but goodness sake. Oh man. But yeah, I sorry for the rant, but that's how I see the
No.
importance of it. So
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I mean, that's why, like, Joe Rogan is so popular because he doesn't have people on. Like, yes, he will have people on to talk about what it is that they're involved in, but overall, it is still a conversation. And a
mhm,
lot of those conversations end up going to whatever it is that they want to talk about. And
mhm.
yes, he's got episodes where there are some freaking weird people. And those episodes, even he will be like, "I don't like this," or they'll end the show quickly. There are a few of those, but for the
Uh,
most part, um, the reason that podcasts and stuff are so huge is because people just like conversations, and the reason that it's so unlimited, like you say, is that everyone has a unique story.
mhm,
Now, a lot of people, in fact, almost all people, have something relatable.
mhm, yeah,
Even the people who are living billionaire lives, or
mhm,
some people who are just complete have had nothing their whole lives.
yeah,
There's still things that you can relate to and in those
mhm,
conversations, and so, yeah, that's, um, I like that. I like that you can just talk about whatever.
mhm,
Um, I've been on a couple different shows so far, and I mean, each time I'll be honest, this is the first time that I came on to a show where I just had 0 nerves. I was just like, "I'm just gonna go talk." Everything else, like, usually I'm very nervous, like, I'm shaking, like, my mouth is dry,
mhm,
and it takes a while for me to, you know, come out of that. The first thing I was on was Mod Mondays with Witch Pudge and Aegis,
mhm.
um, and I was like this, like, I was like, "This is not good," and eventually I end up, balancing out, but,
Mm,
um, I still get very nervous even if it's, like, 0 pressure at all, and I
mhm,
know I'm just supposed to talk. I'm just like, "Well, how do I make myself not look like a complete moron or whatever?" Like, even I did Grim Talk not too long ago, and I was super nervous before that, but
uh,
eventually balanced out, and
yeah,
yeah. But, yeah, this is this has been good. I like just conversations.
Yeah, and usually I usually tell people, like, if you can answer what color the sky is, you're pretty much set to go. That's
Yeah,
that's that's the basis
it's
of it.
great, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the I understand people's anxiety or fear or whatever, but I usually tell them, like, you're the only thing you're here to do is be part of the moment, right? You're here to be
Mhm.
part of the moment. Even if you don't know much to say, look, I carry the show heavily. I've had people where I was basically the one talking the entire time,
Mhm.
90% versus 10%. But that's my sharpening of that skill. Conversation to sharpen the conversational skill, you get so good at it that it's like if you've ever heard the song Across the Universe, there's a line where it's like, words are flowing endless like rain into a paper cup. That's the line, the line of it. And it's just like that.
Mm.
Um, but the space between the past and the future is impossibly narrow. Can't change the past. The future is unknown. Now it is unbelievably brief. Eternity perpetual now. Well, someone's been reading a little too much William Shakespeare, I believe. But no, I understand those worries and fears, and I've had many a times, like, because on the back end with like teams and stuff. But I think at the end of the day, if you're willing to take the leap, all you got to do is trust me, and I think that's about it. Like, everything's on me. Like, nothing's on you. You're the guest. You get all the benefits and all the extra whatever it is. It's all on me.
Mhm.
But if you can come on and you've got no worries at all and you're just sitting there cool as a cucumber, I think I've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not been bad. And it's like I said, it's nothing, against, anyone else that I've done. I've always been nervous, even like,
Mm,
which is always weird because I've always wanted to be an actor, but I'm super nervous
yeah,
anytime that there's something that I have to do that's like, if you give me something scripted, I'll pass out probably.
yeah.
But I'm just like, I'm super nervous with a lot of that stuff, and I was terrible in high school. They had to have you do all the like the character, uh I don't even know what it was called, but you had to go up and give like a little essay or something, but you had to be dressed as and do it as that person that you're doing it. So like I remember
Mhm,
I did Jesse James, and the whole time I was supposed to be this freaking badass outlaw, and I could barely speak, like the cards were falling out of my hand because I was shaking so bad.
yeah.
Um, I don't know why. That's just always been the thing. But yeah, today I was just like, all right, I'm going on the show. Here we go.
See, he's becoming a little mini Eminem right there.
Yep. Yep. Mom spaghetti.
Oh, good lord. But yeah, I think in the end, a lost art that I found, that I found wanted to do for the rest of it. Even if I don't know where I'm gonna end up next, I know that this thing is what calls me because I can over 200 various people, and it's still going on. Yes, scheduling is a hitch of a witch, and yes, reaching out to people through Twitter XDMs and emails and whatnot can be difficult in its own right. But over two, that's the only. You know what? Forget all the metrics. Forget all the views. That's the only number I've concentrated on so far. Over 200 various guests.
Mhm.
I've seen other content creators what takes a year and a half or more to even have that. I've had that probably around a year's time. 200. Can you imagine that? 200. And I'm just counting when a person first comes on. I'm not counting the many other times they get their own counter after
Yeah,
that.
yeah. One
Two,
person.
yeah, 200 different moments. And be honest with you, some of those people that I've had on as guests, the very few, have blocked me.
Mm.
No rhyme or reason given, just blocked me. 200
It's because
moments.
of the hat. It's too red.
Well, you know what? At least it doesn't say stop. But just imagine, well, imagine if you were to sit down with 200 various people throughout your lifetime, and you probably already had, from school to fun. But just imagine you do it within probably say a year's time. You probably could do that at like a convention or something. We're able to say people who are in the same fear as you, some people who are as in different things as you. You are able to sit down with over 200 various people and just chat it out. It doesn't, stories, perspectives, the whole ball of wax,
Mhm.
all of that culminating in what being a human being is from the different walks of life. And you're learning similarities and differences. And like you said earlier, there are some things where we just relate to, which is great
Mhm.
because how else are you gonna have someone to kind of join that bridge when you're trying to converse and find all those spaces? Not easy. It's not
Yeah.
possible either. So, but anyway, it is the top of the hour again. And so what's going to happen is we're going to start winding down because I am part of the creative program. I am going to be doing a bit of a after a wrap up portion where we'll probably make a few memes and go from there. But that's going to be because I all right, I'll be on. I've been honest before, but I I I haven't liked being in the creative program, and if I don't make a month, then that's fine. That's the end of it, right?
Mhm.
But for me, the premium only stream is what kills me. Everything else flows greatly and fine with me doing this thing that I do.
Mhm.
For me to do the premium only thing, it's like trying to stop at a pit stop I don't need to go to the restroom for. I
Mhm.
don't need any snacks, and I don't need any fuel. It's just I have to go there to perform a bit and then move on. It's like that.
Mhm.
So I still got some time left to do that thing for, but at the end of the day, I'll fulfill it as I've stated I will. And if it comes a point I can't, no skin off my back.
Mhm.
Creative program is just a bonus. So going to be doing that. But before we're going to do our promoting stuff like we did earlier,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna go on to a few other things. So if you want to go back to the beginning and promote yourself again, the floor is yours, good sir.
Um, I mean, nothing's really changed since the last time we talked about it, but I mean, yeah, if you like gaming, I do stream every weekday. The general goal is from 12 p.m. EST till, probably 9 or 10 or something.
Mm,
Um, that is going to be changing here a little bit due to some unfortunate
life
things
stuff,
I can't really get into. Yeah.
yeah, life stuff,
Um,
yeah.
but hopefully that can kind of balance back out. But I still do stream every weekday.
Mm,
Um, so there's that. And again, I am EST. Um, and
yes.
then back to uh, the streamathon stuff. One of the things I forgot to mention was that the posters and the merch and stuff that will be sold will be on loser games.
Hmm.
So that's Casey's or Soundboard's store that he does.
Okay.
So yeah, keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, we're just gaming.
I'm
I
trying to find.
might do something after this. I'm not sure. It is already 9 o'clock. So
Yeah, and yeah, thank you for that. And again, his links are down below on both Rumble and YouTube, right? On both Rumble and YouTube because I don't stream to both. I've streamed to both, yes.
yeah, yeah.
Um, of course, for my end of things, and I'll put that up there. For my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble or YouTube side, doesn't matter which one. Oh, dang it, I can't have it up. Well, I can't have it up. Okay, yeah, whether you're on the Rumble or YouTube side, doesn't matter which one. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leave a comment, or follow. Anything that helps the engagement factor is much appreciated because it not only does it help in being seen more, like all content creators want to be. It also helps in having other people on, like Zwogs, like SVG, like Alpha, like Amish, like so many other people. At the end of the day, I've had on over 200 various guests, and creator or not, it does not matter. What matters is are you willing to take up the opportunity to just have a conversation about whatever? And I think for the past 2 hours, you guys have seen that. So you see how pretty easy it is, and I'm dope bite. Uh, in front of the camera. Anyway,
Yeah. No, the pre-show was wild.
hey, whoa, hey,
Getting a rabies shot
schnapps,
after this.
hey, schnapps help, okay, schnapps help. But anyway, any help with the engagement factor on either end is much appreciated. And of course, I gotta find it now. I have to go back all the way up because I don't want to copy paste from the Oh, hold on. Yep, yep. All right, move that and go back up. Find it, find it, find it, find it, find it, find it. Where did I have it? Oh, okay, there we go. Almost there we go. Okay. And of course, of course, I have a link down below. You can go there, you can find my Twitter X, you can find my email, you can also find a link to Discord, but it's mostly just for DMing. I don't have a server, don't have the bandwidth for a server. Um, you do you, but it's not gonna be me for that. So there you go. So you can find me at those places there. And of course, Rumble and YouTube link are in there too. And of course, like I said earlier, I am part of the Proton Partner Program. I am promoting different parts of it. Last time was the email, the mail portion. This is the Proton Pass or their password manager portion. Look, you can use the alias email thing like you could with the Proton Mail. You can input, it will tell you the degree of how strong your password is and whatnot. And also, it's one password to get in all your other passwords. At the end of the day, there's a lot of benefit to it if you wish to take a look. The link's right there. And like I said earlier, like Billy May said, I wouldn't promote a product I didn't use. And I use Proton in its whole scale. So give it a look. If you don't do anything with it, that's fine. Yes, I can make some money off it, but at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's about promoting a benefit because I too use it too. So thank you for that as well. And I'm gonna go down. Nope, I already did that one. Thank you for that one. When stream, thank you, Soundboard. I appreciate it. Hope to have you on someday. But anyway, so the second part about it is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, I will have on a gentleman named Thrash Potato. He's a very heavy metal sort of guy, all the guitar and stuff. But it'll be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Met him through the Twitter X side. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm looking forward to it. And of course, the third and last thing I do with my guests is something called questions from a hat. And so what happens
Okay.
is,
Is this
thank
whose
you.
line? I like this.
Oh yeah, that's where I kind of got
Yeah.
the and also another thing is when someone asks me like, okay, so what is your show kind of be? Well, it's sort of like a cross between Whose Line Is It Anyway and the Craig Ferguson Show. Because it's all
I love them both.
yeah,
So this is
because
great.
it's
Is Jeff here?
no, I don't have that kind of money.
Okay.
But it's just that improvisational sort of thing because that's what a free flowing conversation
Right.
is that. But anyway, the questions from the hat are you, my guest, get 2 freebie questions. Now, obviously, I'm not monetized on YouTube, so if there's anyone on YouTube, it's not gonna happen. But if you're on Rumble, guess what? If you want more than the 2 questions that are coming out of the hat, you can pay for it. You can give a dollar rant from a dollar rant to the $500. Doesn't matter which one. I've had people spam me the dollar two ones before. At the end of the day, it's still going to be something for the 2 beyond. So here we go. Here's the first one. I am not looking in the hat. I am feeling with my fingers.
I believe you. I can see
Yeah,
your
yeah.
eyes.
I see the future, and the future is here's. Oops! Dang it!
Oh, you got the wrong one. Oh,
All right, I'm back.
there he is.
Stupid Rumble
He's a
Studio.
different guy. Scandal.
Oh, okay. Here's question number 1 right here.
Okay.
The question is, if you were a sandwich, what kind would you be and why?
I'm the worst person to ask these type of questions to. I don't know. I guess just let's go with a grilled cheese because I love grilled cheese. So I'd like to taste good if possible.
Tomato soup.
There you go.
Mm.
Absolutely. Dip that right in there.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. We would do like once in the blue moon like grilled tuna sandwich, which is probably a lot better than the cold version. I'm more of a like a little like it's why I don't eat deli cuts cold because I remember a house episode where the first episode they had was the woman got it was found out that she had a tapeworm. And it was mostly because of I think it was like uncured
Yes.
luncheon meat or whatever. Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
you saw that episode? Okay.
I got so obsessed with House that I was able to start diagnosing the patients before the doctors would on the show. And whenever
Yeah.
I got it right, I was just like, yes!
Yes.
Who needs college in 10 years and $500 million worth of debt? I
Hey.
can do this now.
Yeah. Thank
Give
you,
me a
Sherlock
cane.
Holmes. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes, for that. But also, like, it's not lupus. Don't say it's lupus.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Yeah.
It's not lupus.
No, never
All right.
is.
Question number 2, and I think he's got SVG for that. That's question number 3 is paid for. And there's question number 2, though.
Okay.
Question number 2, what does it say? It's, if I can open it, it says, what's a childhood memory that still makes you smile? Wow, learning a lot today. Good Lord. Woo.
I mean, yeah, I love House. That was I can't even be mad at that. I
Nope.
support it. I don't support it. I'm kidding. Calm down. Um,
What's a childhood memory that still makes you smile?
hmm.
Tough one, isn't it?
Probably going to we would go to Mall of America
Ooh.
every once in a while.
Mhm.
And every time we did that, at the time it was called Camp Snoopy.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
and we anytime we would do that, that was my Disney, was just going there, because I love back in the day, I loved malls.
Oh, yeah.
Now I don't.
Mhm.
But there was just something like magical about that. Like it just had everything the mall did, and then
Mhm.
the park in there was just incredible as well. Just some of the best rides ever.
Oh, yeah.
So that
And
was a big part of my childhood. I think
I
about
rem
that a lot.
well, they had a Camp Snoopy up at
Mhm,
a what was it? They had a Camp Snoopy up at Cedar Point, which is
mhm,
a place in Sandusky, Ohio, for those that don't know. But I we me and my family went there one time because my dad had to do something else, which had nothing to do with the mall, but was just there,
mhm,
because it's in Minneapolis, I think it is, or the Twin Cities. I can't
mhm,
remember. But when we went there, there was actually it was funny because the YMCA was having some special ordeal going on. So the funny thing was is that my parents were able to buy like these wristband things for
mhm.
like a cheaper deal. And so we could go to any of the rides up until a certain point in time. And we were just like bang, 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 getting there. No, you couldn't go. I think you couldn't go on the Ferris wheel because that costs extra, but
Mm,
like the roller coaster and all this stuff, the mall, it was in the center of Mall of America,
yep.
and you could do so much, like, the Mall of America was huge enough as it is, like, 2 floors of malls and stuff, it was, like, crazy, but to go in the center, go to Camp Snoopy, go to all the rides, it was just never heard of, never
Yep.
heard of.
Yep.
Now I've been to an IKEA, and I'm like, "I wanna go back because there's a restaurant a home goods sort of thing," and I'm like, "I'll go back to that."
Yeah. I was disappointed in the meatballs.
What?
Yeah.
Blasphemy,
Maybe
blasphemy.
maybe I can try them again at some point, but when I had them, eh, what do you do? What do you do now?
No, I was just gonna say you like stuffing a bunch of meatballs
Oh, well, no, I don't actually, but I'll try anything twice.
And next thing he's like, "Oh, don't can't eat these, can't eat these, son of a bit." We do that at the fair. I love those things, and the step kids appreciate spending my money. So, what's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. At that point, yes. All right, here's the third one, and if anyone wants more, you have to do Rumble Rant. Do you tip or not? If so, do you tip more than usual?
That completely depends on where it is and what I'm doing. If I'm at a restaurant where
Mhm,
the waiter was very attentive
mhm,
and you could tell that they like really cared, absolutely, I'll tip more than usual.
mhm.
Now this was also back when I had a job. When
Right.
I had a job, I've tipped $100 before.
Ooh, yeah.
Um,
Dang.
but because I like, if someone is gonna put in the effort
Mhm,
to, saying serve me is weird. That's not what I mean. But like,
mhm,
they're putting in the work, they care about their job. I
mhm,
love that. And if
mhm,
I can see that you actually care about your job, even though it may just be a waiter,
mhm,
you should be rewarded for that.
mhm.
So I like to do that. But if you are careless, if you're just sitting there like, here you go, here's this. It's undercooked. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
Stuff like that. No, I'm not gonna tip you. And if I
Mhm.
do, it's gonna be pennies.
Yeah.
Um, but
Making it
and
rain.
then it's like if you go to certain places where it's like the person who, like, they're just a cashier and they're
Mhm,
not doing anything other than just taking your order.
mhm,
Um, or it's, I'm trying to think of a product, but like not even in food services, just like something very simple, but
mhm.
it still pops up with a tip. and
Mm.
I know that they did nothing for this thing, like, no, I'm not gonna tip you either. I'm not obligated to tip you
Yeah.
because you've done nothing.
Yeah.
That's not even what this area is. But if someone is going out of their way to work hard and put the effort in for something, then
Mm.
absolutely.
Zwogs and his life tips of tip it or not. Chapter 1. If you ain't working, you ain't getting tipped.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
a hoe don't get tipped. A a hoe don't work, a hoe don't get tipped.
There you go. That's right. That's right.
Just a
Just
tip.
the tip.
Well, that's see, no, you said it was weird to say serve. No, it would've been weirder if you said service. If someone said service you, that would have been weirder than
Yes.
serve.
Yes.
Yes. So, I just want
Neither. Let's go with neither.
to go.
Let's go.
Alright, well, we'll
I'd
go with
rather I'd rather not be serviced or served.
Mrs.
Unless it's a doctor, they're servicing, like, something that, like, vitally needs help, then sure. But I'm
Uh,
not gonna tip the doctor because they tip themselves with the freaking medical bills.
that's true. You've heard it here first, Mrs. Don't that line's over with. That would be deserving of more than the tip to be serviced. Hey,
Hey,
hey, there we
hey.
go. That's what he said. But anyway, of course, thank you so much to the chat for being here. I appreciate you all. I know my face is not as pretty as Wog's is, but I appreciate you all the same. Uh,
I I think you need to take your glasses off, dude.
hey,
You need
ho,
to be able to
ho,
see
hey,
what you need to be able to see
oh,
what you're looking at here.
hey, whoa, hey, whoa, calm it down there.
I
All
have
right.
a mirror, alright?
Every time you're looking at it, it breaks.
Yeah,
Oh gosh, that's
yeah.
awful.
I don't
But
look at it
anyway, but
anymore. They're
oh.
too expensive to replace.
That's true too. But anyway, thank you, chat, for being here, and of course, thank you, Zwogs, for coming on. Of course, you're always welcome to come back. There is no one-time ordeal with this thing. It's always a time thing, so it's understandable. But you're always welcome to come back. Again, guys, like I said, uh, if you don't have if you have Rumble Premium, stay for the wrap up. If you don't, you still get the full show. I just see this as an extra thing. I don't want people like, you do half and then you do half behind the scenes. No. Just a wrap up portion. You have to have Rumble Premium. If you don't have Rumble Premium, that's okay. You still get the full show. We're good. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern with Thrash Potato. I hope to see you all then. And of course, I end the show with One Day with You by Pogo. And of course, if you don't want to stay, that's fine too, Zwog. But I end the show with One Day with You by Pogo. Hope to see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. And if not, I hope to see you at the wrap up. Till next time, guys. Bye.
Adios.